Welcome to tonight's Monday Night Showdown. It is the end of Week 8. This game is the end of Week 8, and if you could not tell, I'm in my Halloween spirit today. We are in our Halloween spirits, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mario Manuel. Thank you so much for watching this live stream. I guess if you didn't know any better, then you would probably think that I'm a Raiders fan, but I can assure you that is not the case. I'm also not a Lions fan, but we're not here to talk about what team I'm a fan of. I'm going to give you an impartial play-by-play analysis of this game right here, right now, today. And I hope you like the suit. I hope you like what I'm wearing right here. I'm excited to have this one on, actually. It's pretty cool. I like my getup right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Monday Night Football, we've got a showdown between the Detroit Lions and the Las Vegas Raiders, y'all. Detroit Lions, Las Vegas Raiders. Let's get some pregame music rolling up in here. There it is. Cool, cool, cool. Tight, tight, tight. I've also got to pull up my depth charts here. Detroit Lions. Let's open up this one. You guys are checking me out right now. It is a brand new day. We had one of the biggest, we actually had the biggest stream of this channel's history this past weekend, just yesterday with the Dallas Cowboys game. 19,000 views on that live stream. And since this channel is just 1 year old, it's super cool, super exciting. I know I am enthralled by it. I'm lit, guys. I am so hyped about that particular stat that just happened right now. Anyways, we're not here to talk about the Cowboys versus the Rams. We're here to talk about the Lions and the Raiders. So the Lions are back in Monday Night Football spotlight. This is the first time that the Lions have been in a Monday night game since 2018. Can you believe that? This is the first time since 2018. Looks like this game is going to be starting a little earlier. It looks like countdown to kickoff is only starting here. It looks like kickoff must be at 7 o'clock. I thought this was going to be a 7:15 game. I'm glad I checked in when I did. Cool. Anyways, with their home crowd behind them at Ford Field, this game is going to be intense, guys. These guys are gritty. They have the grit. That's what Dan Campbell likes to say about his team. But honestly, Jared Goff has been elite so far this season. And a lot of that has come because of Amon-Ra St. Brown as well. But even with St. Brown missing a little bit of time, a couple plays here and there, I mean, Jared Goff has been pretty good. Anyways, the matchup between the Lions right tackle and defensive end Max Crosby, that's going to be one hell of a matchup today. Sewell is a standout right tackle who has literally not allowed any sacks so far this season. And Max Crosby on the other side of him leads the league in pressures and is among the top in the league in sacks. So keep an eye out on that matchup right there. It's one of those, what happens when an unstoppable object meets an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. That's the phrase. Got to get my words right. Anyways, the Lions defense has had a tough outing in the previous weeks. Last week, they gave up over 500 total yards and 38 points to the Ravens. Yeah, you got to give it up to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson did his thing, but they need to bounce back today against the Raiders if they have any hope of getting back on track here. The Lions are 5-2, and they could spiral quickly if they don't get a win here tonight. So, anyways, let's go ahead and go through some of these depth charts. I'm excited to talk about these two teams right here, right now. Really, I'm impressed. I'm excited to see what Jared Goff has up his sleeve. Jared Goff, as I said earlier, has been elite this season. And so far in 2023, Jared Goff has just shot. He'll break that 2,000-yard mark here in Week 8. I can almost guarantee you that. I don't see him getting less than 98 yards. So 1,902 yards for the quarterback Jared Goff heading into tonight's game. He's got 11 touchdowns to just 4 interceptions. Good evening, Ron Jeremy. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you being here. So, Jared Goff, he has been playing elite, but that being said, he does only have a QBR of 67-ish, but he's got 2,000 yards, just shy of 2,000 yards. So far this season, he's completed 174 of his 256 passes, a passer rating of 68, or his completion percentage of 68, a passer rating of 97. 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 45 yards is the longest play he's had. That went to Amon-Ra St. Brown. What did I just do here? Let's go ahead and go back and talk about these other players as well. Now, I'm interested in the Raiders too. It looks like I'm a Raiders fan. I know, guys. I'm dressed as a Raiders fan. I'm not a Raiders fan. This is just my Halloween costume. I was gonna wear the full-on mask. Decided to keep it classy for you guys. I'm in the spirit of Halloween. I hope you guys are ready for tomorrow night as well. If you've got some fun costumes, type that in the comments there as well. And I'm excited to see what you guys have to say. It's Monday night, so I don't expect today's stream to be the world's greatest stream, but that does not matter. It's just about being here for you guys. So thank y'all so much for joining this channel. Thank you so much for watching my live stream. My name is Mario Manuel, and we've got a good one for y'all here with the Raiders and the Lions. Kickoff is scheduled for 8 minutes from now. I typically go live 30 minutes prior to the showing. I don't know if the game time had actually changed beforehand or what it is, but Ron seems to say that Ron is saying here Goff will always be a leader under the mediocre quarterback. What is it? Can't read that right now because apparently it's just in the wrong. Whatever, not important. Wow, okay, cool. So, thank you for checking in on the chat, Ron. I appreciate that. I apologize that I can't read your comment accurately. There's actually some graphics that are hanging over the chat section right there on my post. So the more that people write, I'll have to read that as it sifts up and up and up the ladder. Anyways, this Lions-Raiders rivalry has been played 13 times, with the Detroit Lions winning 6 and the Las Vegas Raiders winning 7 of those games. Detroit right now currently has the second best run defense in the NFL. They're only allowing 76.3 yards per game. That's the Detroit Lions. Home team. Home team is always on this side. Away team is always on this side. So, again, I'll say that one more time. Detroit Lions currently have the second best run defense in the NFL, only allowing 76.3 yards per game. And the Raiders have the worst rushing attack right now, 68.6 yards per game. That's pretty bad, especially considering the fact that Josh Jacobs, was the #1 running back on the ground last season, like literally the NFL's best running back as far as yardage goes on the ground, and B, because that same guy just got paid and all of a sudden he went from first to worst, which seems to happens more with the quarterbacks who get those big paydays or get put on the cover of Madden and then end up choking there. So that just seems to be the trend for people who get paid, right? Anyways, Las Vegas quarterbacks have been sacked 16 times this season, so keep that in mind. And just 12 interceptions in 7 games. I mean, that's actually a lot. I shouldn't say just. They have 12 interceptions in 7 games. That's Las Vegas quarterbacks. Aiden Hutchinson for the Detroit Lions, who has 4.5 sacks, an interception, and 2 fumble recoveries, should have a pretty good game today against the Las Vegas Raiders. Last time I covered a Lions game, Aiden Hutchinson was the word that name was the name that came out of my mouth the most. He looked really, really good. Oh, gosh, I don't even remember who the other person was or the other team that played. But I think this is my 3rd Lions stream this season. Anyways, the Lions offense right now is headed by Jared Goff. Jared Goff scores 25 points per contest on average, which ranks good for 8th in the NFL. That puts him in the top quarter, 8, 16, 24, 32. Yeah, he's in the top 25% of quarterbacks. Definitely a serviceable quarterback for fantasy purposes. He's probably not available right now. You'll probably have to do, if your only quarterback right now is Kirk Cousins, you are in trouble because there's not a whole lot left there. And chances are you're going to be stuck having to pick up maybe a Russell Wilson or worse. But Russell Wilson has actually had a pretty good season. Anyways, the Raiders, they have the worst rushing attack right now, 68.6. And they're going to struggle. I honestly think that the Raiders are going to struggle against the Detroit Lions. I'm just like everyone else thinking that the Lions are going to win this game. I've got Amon-Ra St. Brown starting right now, and I need him to give me at least 25 points, and that is hoping that Sam Laporta is going to score absolutely nothing, but that's not going to happen. Plus, it's the fact that it's a PPR. So, yeah, probably not going to happen. But for those of you who are checking in for fantasy football purposes, let me give you this one here. I'll give you that. So, for fantasy football purposes, you can check out underneath. I've gone ahead and updated all of the top scorers of the league this week. Sam Howell, right behind C.D. Lamb, number 2 spot. Sam Howell, quarterback for the Commanders, 38 points. Dak Prescott, this week, 35, his first top fantasy performance of the year. Will Levis at the top of the charts as well, 34, and because of how well he played, DeAndre Hopkins put up some pretty good points right there with 34. So glad I played DeAndre Hopkins this week too. I was torn between him and some other options. You know what the problem is with having like an amazing bench is that what is the point? It's better to have elite starters week in and week out than it is to have a solid bench, because then you're stuck unless you plan to trade them and use them as trade bait to get yourself a better position at tight end or a better position somewhere else, which I might actually do. You can't start your bench players, so what's the point? Anyways, A.J. Brown is up there inside the top 10 with 33 fantasy points. Josh Allen, obviously the man right now. He's got 32 fantasy points. I will let that scroll by for you guys so you can digest that bit of information that's coming in, and then we'll get into the rest of the top teams right there. This game is scheduled to kick off at 7 o'clock, which is earlier than most games. So let me know what you guys think of my costume. Let me know what you guys think of my tie. I'm not wearing the mask today. This is what you guys are going to get. Typically, if you've seen my content or if you've checked out my channel previously, you know that I love to wear my tie. I always wear a tie, so today I got the bone tie. You can check that out. Apparently, I've got some slip discs here, but that happens when you get into your 30s. So there you go. A little bit about me right there. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun night tonight here at Ford Field. I bet Eminem is going to be there in attendance. So, you know what? The other thing that I got working against me is the fact that I need to make some adjustments right here on my actual camera because, yeah, I'm wearing the bone costume, but I don't need to look dead. The color's a little off. Let's turn up the brightness just a hair here. We can turn up the saturation. Look at that. All of a sudden, I got a tan. All of a sudden, I got myself a little bit of a tan here. If that's too much, we can correct that one way or the other. So, the kickoff for this game should be 7:15 p.m. At least that's what it says above my head. So I don't know why the TV was saying otherwise. So looks like we've still got about 15 minutes before kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get into kickoff, I always like to get into what I call. When I call all these plays, I want you guys to see what is going on in the field, and I want you guys to actually visualize this. So let's go ahead and get you guys this information here. So 1 second, I'll be back in just the flip of a switch. The shotgun formation. Typically used on passing downs like 2nd and long or 3rd and medium, and it has a lot of variations. The quarterback is 5 yards behind the center, and the running back is on either side of him. This is the single back formation. It looks like what it sounds like. The quarterback is under center, and you have a single running back directly behind him. This also has many variations. This is the pistol formation. It's like the single back formation, but the quarterback is 5 yards behind the center, so this buys time for play action plays. Here we have the I formation. It's typically used for short yardage situations. There are 2 running backs behind the quarterback. The front runner blocks and the second finds the holes. And then of course we have the empty backfield, or 5 wide. The quarterback stands in the backfield alone. Typically this is used in obvious passing down situations like 3rd and long or Hail Marys. Subscribe to my channel. gosh, y'all. Monday Night Football. Looks like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are going to be calling this one here tonight. You're hanging out with me, Mario Manuel, live on Football Nation. It's going to be one of those days, y'all. It's going to be one of those days. It's going to be one of those games, and I am stoked about it. So, looks like Brian Hoyer, third string quarterback, is out right now for the Las Vegas Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, and Trey Tucker. Michael Mayer going to be your tight end there in that particular spot. Colton Miller, Dylan Parham, Andre James, Greg Van Roten, and Thayer Munford Jr. Those are going to be your starting players for the Las Vegas Raiders. So, fantasy relevant players, Jimmy Garoppolo is your starting quarterback. Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams. What can I say about Josh Jacobs, man? Jacobs had such a good season last year, and he's definitely kind of screwed the pooch this season. So far this season, he does have 118 carries, but only 347 yards on that. He's averaging less than 3 yards per carry. He's only got 2 touchdowns this season, and over the last 5 games, we're in week 8, mind you, over the last 5 games, he's got 90 carries for 301 yards. He got those 2 touchdowns over the last 5 games, but has not looked good. The last game that he played was on the 22nd, Sunday, October 22nd, against the Bears. At the Bears, the Raiders lost to the Bears. He had 11 carries in that game, only 35 yards. Awful. He hasn't gotten over 3.5 yards per carry since week 1, and even then, he only got 62 yards. So he hasn't broken 100 yards this season at all in any game. We're talking about Josh Jacobs right now. So Josh Jacobs has yet to break a single 100-yard game all season so far. On the other hand, Devontae Adams, is the success of the Raiders directly goes through Devontae Adams. If Devontae Adams has a bad day, the Raiders have a bad day. And if the Raiders can't win, then that is self-explanatory. So far this season, Devontae Adams, 528 yards. He's got 3 touchdowns on the year, 46 receptions. He was drafted in the second round of the 2014 draft, so he's definitely got a Hall of Fame career right now. Devontae Adams is a Hall of Fame wide receiver. He's actually a few accolades away, a few receptions away from hitting some major milestones in his career. Where did I put that information right there? A few things to look at. Let's see. Where did I put that? So, a couple things to look for the Raiders. There are 3 things to watch for the Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, it starts with Jimmy G. If Jimmy G finishes the game with a passer rating of 100 or better, if he has a passer rating of 100 or more, he would notch his 35th career game with a 100-plus passer rating. Garoppolo would pass Matt Ryan for the 7th most 100-plus passer ratings in NFL history among quarterbacks in their first 81 NFL career games. This will also be Jimmy G's 6th game playing for the Raiders, and he has 1,079 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions this season with an 82.6 QBR. Devontae Adams is who I was talking about. This is the fact that I was trying to pull up for you guys. Devontae Adams is also a player to watch for on the Raiders for this offense today. He's 4 receptions away, y'all. Just 4 receptions away, and Devontae Adams would pass Andre Johnson for the 10th most receptions in NFL history among players in their first 10 NFL seasons. I'll say that one more time. With 4 receptions tonight, Devontae Adams would pass Andre Johnson for the 10th most receptions in NFL history among players in their first 10 NFL seasons. Also, with 4 receptions tonight, Devontae Adams would become the 5th player in Raiders history since Darren Waller in 2020 to record 50-plus receptions in the first 8 games of a season. Devontae Adams right now has 46 receptions for 528 yards and 3 touchdowns on the year. And, of course, the other player on the other side of the ball that we definitely want to watch out for, that is going to be Max Crosby, guys. For the Raiders, Max Crosby is an absolute beast. We're going to watch him. I'm going to call his name out today a lot. All he needs is a half a sack, so a team sack with another player, and Max Crosby will become the 13th player in NFL history since the 13th player since 1982 to record 7 sacks in each of his first 5 seasons. With 1 tackle for a loss tonight, Max Crosby would become the 7th player in the NFL since 1999 to record at least 10 tackles for losses in each of his first 5 seasons as well. Max Crosby has a combined 40 tackles with 16 assists and 6.5 sacks this season. I will be calling these guys, I'll be calling their names out a lot tonight. Jimmy Garoppolo, Devontae Adams, Max Crosby. Now, those aren't the only guys on the offense for this. Hey, thanks, Christina. I appreciate it. I love this suit, too. It's definitely my swagger, definitely my style. All right. So, Lions offense led by Jared Goff. 25 points per contest. He's been playing pretty well. Top 25% of the NFL when it comes to that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching Football Nation. I know that there are a lot of other options out there when it comes to live stream. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me during this live stream. Whatever your reason is for checking out this channel, I'm just glad that you're here, and I hope that you are enjoying the product. Now, the truth is that it actually takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to put these live streams together, and I work my ass off so that you guys can get the best quality play-by-play week in and week out. And I truly hope that you guys are getting real value from these performances, and it would mean the world to me if you guys would help by just hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. If subscribing sounds like too much of a commitment, just hit that thumbs up for me, guys. It goes a very, very long way to help other people just like you find content like this. So, thank you guys so much for watching this. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff and away from Monday Night Football action coming up right here in just a few, y'all. So, we were just talking about the Las Vegas Raiders. On the other side, for the team in blue over here, right there, the Detroit Lions. Jared Goff is healthy, but David Montgomery is out. So, no David Montgomery, which means the rookie Jahmyr Gibbs will be taking over most of the duties. He's been taking over most of the duties for the past couple weeks. David Montgomery has been out. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he came into tonight's game. St. Brown came into tonight's game with a questionable tag. Apparently, he had some kind of illness. He was getting down with the sickness, and turns out he's okay. So behind him are going to be Josh Reynolds and Jameson Williams. Those are going to be your wide receivers for the Detroit Lions. Healthy wide receiving core, injured running back situation, but Jahmyr Gibbs was no rollover. Jahmyr Gibbs was a first-round pick, so the Lions have a good chance of doing just fine with Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs was drafted this year. He was the 12th pick overall. So the 12th pick overall in the 2023 draft. This is your running back for the Detroit Lions. This dude has actually been on a tear. Last week, he ran for 68 yards on 11 carries, and he got himself a touchdown. One of those broke for 21 yards. Back in September against the Falcons, he had 17 carries, 80 yards that day, broke one off for 21. He's averaging right now, I mean, he's doing pretty well. He's got a couple games where he's averaging 6 or more yards per carry, which is pretty good, especially him being a rookie. So, this year so far, Jahmyr Gibbs, 50 carries, 247 yards on the ground, averaging 4.9 yards per attempt. Gotta give him that. He's only got 1 touchdown, but more to come. I think he's gonna have some success today against these Las Vegas Raiders, who are 3-4 right now, and just got beat by the Chicago Bears. So let's see what kind of energy the Raiders show up with today. Amon-Ra St. Brown, what can I say about him, man? Amon-Ra St. Brown is an absolute beast. So he is active for tonight's game against the Raiders. He came down with an illness on Sunday that forced the Lions to add him to their Week 8 injury report with the Q tag. But that's not going to impact his availability today. So if you're doing your last-minute, last-second daily fantasy sports setups, you can definitely plug him in safely, and if you need to make some adjustments, you should definitely do that here now while you've got about 4 minutes before kickoff. Anyways, Amon-Ra St. Brown was an absolute gem to find for the Detroit Lions in the 4th round of the 2021 draft. He was out of USC, and the USC product impressed with 973 yards and 6 touchdowns on 97 touches as a rookie. I'll say that one more time. Amon-Ra St. Brown as a rookie was just shy of 1,000 yards. 973 yards plus 6 touchdowns on 97 touches back in 2021. Before breaking that 1,000-yard mark last year, he had 1,256 yards and 6 touchdowns on 115 touches in 2022. Now, despite missing one game last season, he still missed a game last season, Amon-Ra St. Brown finished 7th among wide receivers in fantasy points per game. He's pretty good at doing it all. He can do short range, medium range, long range. He'll do the end arounds. He's a solid wide receiver 1 target. I like him for the rest of the season, which is, why I drafted him. But again, this guy was drafted the 4th round of 2021, and that is a steal, one of the biggest steals of that draft. Not a whole lot coming out of that draft class. So anyways, all right, y'all. 51 receptions for Amon-Ra St. Brown, 557 yards plus 3 touchdowns, averaging 10.9 yards per catch. Expect me to holler his name a lot today because I need him to go off for my own personal fantasy football reasons. I need Amon-Ra St. Brown to have a hell of a day. And I'm not going to root against Sam Laporta, but I need him to have a bad day because I'm going up against him. Anyways, Jonah Jackson, the left guard, out. So that leaves Graham Glasgow. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. But that leaves 2 spaces because chances are Graham Glasgow is actually going to end up playing that center position today for the Detroit Lions. Their center is actually out. Yes, Frank Ragnow out. So they don't have a center. They don't have a left guard for the Detroit Lions. And the backups, at least for what it says on ESPN, he can't do both, right? So Graham Glasgow is actually listed as both the backup left guard and the backup center. There's no one else behind him at center, so he's definitely going to fill in that center spot. That leaves Coyote Awasika to be the left guard, and I don't dare to repeat that name. I'll wait for them to say it so I don't butcher his name. Anyways, on defense for the Detroit Lions, we've got a base 4-3 defense right there, which means 4 defensive linemen up front, 3 linebackers behind him, left defensive end, left tackle, Aiden Hutchinson and Aleem McNeil. Right defensive tackle and right defensive end are going to be Jones and Kaminsky. Your linebackers today, Jack Campbell, Anzalone, Barnes. Now, I'm going to say Aiden Hutchinson a lot today. I don't even want to go through the rest of all of these players right now. There are some injured players here too. And looking at the rosters and the lineups on ESPN for the Detroit Lions, this Detroit Lions defense is pretty beat up, and so is their offense. I mean, they're missing a fullback, they're missing a left guard, they're missing a center. Let's see if the Detroit Lions have enough firepower with Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jahmyr Gibbs to generate some positive yardage today. I think they will. They've been looking pretty good offensively so far. So let's go ahead and bounce over to the other team, the team that it's basically what I'm dressed for. Everyone probably assuming, checking into this, that I'm a Raiders fan. And you know what? I could definitely steer into the skid and just delete this over here and just steer into the skid of the Raiders setup. I love the black hole concept. I love the Raiders and what they do as the black hole team. But here we go. So we're just a few minutes away. Not even, man. We're a few seconds away from kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like Josh McDaniels is being highlighted and featured right now. Let's see who gets the ball to start this Monday Night Showdown. It looks like the Lions are backed up, getting ready to receive here. Ready to receive right here are the Detroit Lions. Aiden Hutchinson is on the sideline with his helmet off, which means the defense won't be seen on this drive. That answers my question. And the Detroit Lions going to get started here. So that puts Khalif Raymond as the punt returner, the kick returner. And that starts this game. The kick is up, and it will be returned. Here we go from the 10. The 15, down at the 20, so did not get up to the 25. That means that Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions are going to start this drive from the 20-yard line. Jared Goff and the Lions starting this from the 20. So 1st and 10 coming up for this offense. Last 17 games for Jared Goff, he's 13-4. Pretty good right now for Jared Goff and the Lions. He's got a lot of momentum. They're zooming in on Max Crosby on the defense. Let's see if he can answer on play number 1. The Raiders showing blitz already on play 1. They only rush 4. There is a handoff right there, though, to Jahmyr Gibbs, who runs forward and gains about 6 yards on that one. 6 yards for Jahmyr Gibbs on the first carry of the game. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4, y'all. 2nd down and 4 coming up here. That's a pretty good solid run for him. I like Jahmyr Gibbs, man. So one of the reasons I got a whole thing that happened to me earlier this season, and I got kicked out of my fantasy league. We'll talk about that later when we get to a commercial break. Right now, we're looking at a 2nd down and 4. We're at the 26-yard line. There's a snap out of the shotgun, a handoff there to Jahmyr Gibbs. This time it goes nowhere. Jahmyr Gibbs is stopped immediately. Looks like maybe no gain or a gain of 1 at most. Probably a no gain, gain of 1 at most. But here we go. We got a 3rd down and 3, so they're going to give him 1 yard there. 7 yards picked up by Jahmyr Gibbs, the only player besides the center, Jared Goff, and himself to carry the ball in this game so far. 1 minute milked off the clock. 3rd down and 3 at the 27-yard line. The Raiders showing blitz again. Empty set right here. Empty backfield for Jared Goff, so there's going to be a throw. Sam Laporta in motion. He looks his way, throws his way, and Sam Laporta makes the catch. Good for a 1st down, and we got a 1st down for the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions with the catch right there. Sam Laporta getting the 1st down. The first pass completed. So how good is Sam Laporta? The 2nd-round pick in this year's draft as well. So 2022 Big Ten tight end of the year. He was drafted out of Iowa. Sam Laporta has been, at the tight end position. First, the Detroit Lions pick up TJ Hawkinson. Yeah, great job. Good pick right there. Not being sarcastic. Here we go. 1st and 10, snap and a handoff. Jahmyr Gibbs runs forward, gains about 4 on that one. Maybe 4. Yeah, that'll be about 4 yards. That brings him up to about the 37-yard line. So 2nd down and 6. What I was saying is the Detroit Lions at scouting tight ends, they've been pretty good. They picked up TJ Hawkinson. How good has he been between last year and this year? And now they've picked up Sam Laporta, and he's been doing really well this year as well. One of the better tight ends of the league. Shotgun formation. Jahmyr Gibbs moving out of the shotgun, going out to the right on a screen right there. Gibbs takes the carry. He goes forward, pushes the pile, and that'll be a 1st down. Jahmyr Gibbs with the 1st down for the Detroit Lions. So a 1st and 10 after that catch. Was it a forward pass or was that a toss out to the flat? It might have been a backwards pass. No, that's a forward pass. So forward pass on that particular play. On that last play, Jahmyr Gibbs makes the catch, and Jahmyr Gibbs goes forward for about 6 yards, getting them the 1st down. We got a 1st and 10 from the 43 Detroit Lions in a single back formation. Jared Goff takes the snap, fakes the handoff, winds up, throws that one into the dirt. Incomplete pass. Jared Goff almost got blown up on that one. That'll bring up a 2nd down. 2nd down coming up for the Detroit Lions, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for checking out my live stream. My name is Mario Manuel. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Just kidding. We're here. We're live. 2nd down and 10. Detroit Lions have the ball. Play clock down to 18, y'all. Play clock down to 18. We're here all night, guys, till that final whistle. So Jared Goff got the pressure coming in pretty quickly there from the left side. So Jahmyr Gibbs, shotgun formation, back there with him. Play clock down to 5. There's a throw and a check down to Gibbs. Gibbs with another catch. Jahmyr Gibbs having himself a day as he gets up to the 49 before getting pushed back. So here we go, 3rd down, just shy of midfield. 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Detroit Lions. That might have been a little generous placement right there for the officials. I think the officials might have marked that a little generously. So let's get back to our first quarter music, because right now I got some silly pregame music. Let's get the serious stuff out, and let's get hyped for tonight's game. 3rd down and 4 coming up, y'all. 3rd down and 4. Jahmyr Gibbs actually at the wide receiver spot. Well, the slot spot. So there's the snap. There's a throw. Gibbs making the catch again. My goodness, Jahmyr Gibbs having himself a day. That's the name I just keep saying right there. Number 26, the rookie this year. And Dan Campbell's offense picks up a first down. We got a first down for the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions with the first down. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Halloween season. It is Halloween season. Normally, we like to dress professional here, but we also like to have fun at work, right? So I decided, what can you do when you cross both paths? And this is where we're at right now. So, 1st and 10, we are across midfield. That puts them down at the 43. There's a snap and a handoff to Gibbs, and Gibbs goes forward and gets to the 39 this time. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the 2nd down and 6 on the Las Vegas Raiders 39-yard line. We are across midfield. Detroit Lions on the march right now, and they're cooking, brother. They're cooking. Detroit Lions on the march. Let's see what we got going on here. So, 10 minutes left on the game clock for the first quarter. Jared Goff methodical here. 9 plays, 41 yards, 5 minutes taken off. Back to the shotgun. Back to the shotgun here. There's the snap. There's a handoff. Oh, that goes forward, and that gets a first down. He stays on his feet after getting spun around, and that brings them inside the 30. That's a carry by number 13 there. Another carry right there, goes forward and gets the yardage for a first down. Wow, that was actually Reynolds, not Josh Reynolds, the other Reynolds. An 11-yard carry on that 2nd down. That brings up a 1st and 10. Sorry, that was on a first down. So 1st and 10 again. There's a snap and a handoff. Reynolds will take it one more time. This time he'll only gain about 2 yards before going down. 2nd down and 8 at the Las Vegas Raiders 26-yard line. That brings them up to 11 plays, 54 yards. Clock is ticking. The Detroit Lions so far this season have run the ball on 41% of plays. That's the 10th highest in the NFL. And they know that the Raiders' rush defense is pretty soft, so they're going to hit them where it hurts. No need to let Max Crosby get in there, and a timeout being called right now by the Raiders. And before the snap got off, it looks like they wanted to call a timeout. Josh McDaniels wanted to call a timeout to avoid too many men on the field. Good call there. Good call right there. Anyways, Josh McDaniels, he's the head coach for the Las Vegas Raiders. He's entering his 2nd season as head coach of the Raiders and boasting an impressive 23-year NFL career. I mean, that's a long time to do anything. After 19 seasons with the New England Patriots, including 13 as the offensive coordinator, he took the head coaching job in Las Vegas. His debut season with the Raiders, Josh McDaniels crafted a formidable offense with standout performances from obviously Josh Jacobs last season and Devontae Adams, who was leading the pack, both of them going over 1,500 yards that year. Definitely a turn of events here for the Raiders. They're not looking that good. But here we go, 2nd down and 8 from the 21-yard line. Single back, handoff to Gibbs, who gets wrapped up immediately. My gosh. And Max Crosby flying in there to rip his head off. And that'll bring up a 3rd down for the Detroit Lions. Max Crosby ripped right through that offensive line. They had him lined up there as the left defensive end, and he got in quickly, sniffed the handoff, saw the handoff. Good vision, good awareness. 3rd and 8. 3rd down and 8 from the 21. Goff takes the snap. The pressure coming in, but the pocket holds. He delivers a throw. Incomplete pass. Sam Laporta was the intended receiver there. Not one target going the way of Amon-Ra St. Brown. That'll bring up a 4th down and 8. That will also stop the clock. And that brings us to within 8 minutes in the first quarter. 8 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Well, 7:56. And the field goal unit is out there to put up the 3 points. Riley Patterson, 88% field goals this season. This is a 44-yard field goal attempt, y'all. 44-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. There's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up. The kick is right down the middle. So 3 points on the board for the home team. The Detroit Lions take a 3-0 lead over the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders defense getting off the field without giving up a touchdown, which means Jimmy Garoppolo is ready to come out. Jimmy G getting ready to take the field here in just a second as we go into this commercial break. So we are in a commercial break. Something tells me that this Monday Night Football game probably won't have too much action in the chat room, but I'll check out the chat room anyways to see what's going on. And not a whole lot going on, but no big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get to know me, you got any questions for me, you want to know where I got my costume, you want to know where I got my crazy, rambling, auctioneer kind of mentality, just leave a question in the comments. Let me know what you think of my live stream, and let's get to know one another, guys. It's always a pleasure to be here for y'all. We do this week in and week out. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Football Nation, and my name is Mario Manuel, and I want to say thank you to all of you who are watching this live stream right here, right now. Whether you're watching this stream because you're unable to catch the game on TV, or maybe you're just tired of your regular corporate broadcasters, I'm here to bring you guys every snap, every play, and every down, week in and week out, and it is support from viewers like you that make this channel possible. So if you would like to show your support for content like this, all you got to do is leave a comment, hit that like button, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Show me some love, help me generate some buzz around this channel. It is absolutely free, and it really helps push this content out to other people just like you who are looking for something different. So thank you so much for your support. Please consider subscribing to this channel if you have not already done so. All right, y'all, here we go. So after that drive, the Detroit Lions only walked away with 3 points, which means that leaves a gap for the Las Vegas Raiders to come in and do their thing. That drive only went 54 yards. It was an even split, 28 yards through the air, 26 through the air and 28 on the ground. Right now, Jahmyr Gibbs started off hot. Jahmyr Gibbs got 5 carries, and he also got 3 catches. Jahmyr Gibbs has, what does that say? That looks like 35 total yards. He got 35 yards of the 54 on that opening drive. Jahmyr Gibbs caught the ball, touched the ball 8 times on that drive. That drive was 11 plays, 12 plays, and 75% of it was funneled through Jahmyr Gibbs, the rookie running back. Anyways, here we go. I mean, so they were saying, there's people trying to say that on one of those plays, Jared Goff threw an intentional grounding because he was still in the pocket and he threw it. But Jahmyr Gibbs was in the area, so they were just recovering that here. Or just, going over that one more time. We're back to the action, y'all. Back to the action, and this is getting kicked back the other way after the 3 points. That means that the Las Vegas Raiders will have a chance to start here. The offense for the Raiders coming out for the first time. That ball sails into the end zone, and that means we've got ourselves a touchback. So, career games on Monday Night Football for Jimmy G, 5-1. He's got 12 passing touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. He's won 4 of his last 5 Monday Night Football games. Hello. All right, y'all, here we go. My beautiful girlfriend brought me some Sour Patch Kids, which is my vice, and it is Halloween season, so the candy rocks. Single back formation. There's a snap, fakes the handoff, and oh, man, here's a dump off, actually, to looks like they're back right here. Josh Jacobs gets some yardage, and there is a flag on the play. Josh Jacobs gains about 12 there. Initially, he slipped at the line of scrimmage, was able to get up, and then Jimmy Garoppolo dumped the ball off to him just a few yards out. He took it for some yardage, but a flag on the play, likely a holding, will bring that back. Okay, there is no foul for holding on the play. The ruling on the field stands. First down for the Las Vegas Raiders. Thanks. You do too. You want to say hi? You can say hi to people. You can come over here and say hi. You don't. She says she looks stupid. Come here. This is my beautiful girlfriend. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Christina. Hello, hello. We're here. We like to have fun. She's in my fantasy league, and I'm actually playing her this week. So, anyways, love you. Motion in the backfield.
I'm losing.
There's a snap. Motion in the backfield. Shotgun formation. A throw out to the left-hand side. Tip drill. Josh Jacobs cannot corral the pass. And that'll bring up a second down after the first down catch earlier from Josh Jacobs. Incomplete pass. Second down and 10 coming up right here. Lawrence, you're welcome, Lawrence. John saying, keep up the great work. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. John, Lawrence, rock on. I hope you guys stick with me throughout this stream here. Here we go. So a second down and 10. 7 minutes and 14 seconds, clock stopped. There's a handoff to Jacobs, who almost slips, cuts back the other way, but he's met immediately by the gray and blue, and he's brought down after no gain. That'll bring up a third down coming up right here for the Las Vegas Raiders. Josh Jacobs, the intended target or the ball carrier on all three of those first plays. Here comes the fourth play for the Las Vegas Raiders. Fourth play for the Raiders coming up here. Jimmy Garoppolo on 3rd and 10. Motion in the backfield. We got ourselves into a shotgun spot right here. Trips right at the 37-yard line. 37-yard line. Jimmy G takes the snap. Pressure comes in, breaks through. He scrambles. He uses his legs. He has no choice. He goes forward, gets flipped upside down. Not enough for the first down, and we've got ourselves a third down stop, bringing up fourth down. Detroit Lions holding back Jimmy Garoppolo and company. Fourth and about 2. A fourth down and about 2 coming up here. The punt team will come out. It's a 4th and 1. Don't want to go for it. They're backed up right now. So 4th and 1. They're going to punt this one back. At least it wasn't a 3 and out, right? Because the first play went Josh Jacobs for 11. But yeah, 4th and 1 will result in a punt. A punt coming up right here. There's the snap. There's the punt. This goes way, way back. Signaled a fair catch right there at the 11. Khalif Raymond making the catch. And a 43-yard punt will put the Detroit Lions offense back out on the field. They have controlled this clock like you could not imagine. The Detroit Lions offense firing on all cylinders right now. 7 minutes of possession for the Detroit Lions. Only 2 minutes of possession for the Raiders. 4 plays, punt for the Raiders. The Detroit Lions had 13 plays on their last drive. So big difference there. Big difference there. And total yards, 21 for the Raiders, 54 for the Detroit Lions. Y'all, it is Monday night. It is the day before Halloween. And you got me wearing bones today. We're wearing our bones today, ladies and gentlemen. Super excited to be here. Honestly, after a long day of work, what is better than coming home and watching football? Commentating on these games for you guys. I have so much fun doing this. I feel engaged when I get to do this with y'all. It is, I don't know, man. It's something that I hope that I can finally one day, excuse me, it is something that I hope that I can make a full-time career out of. Maybe not just the commentating. That will always be a part of my channel. That is the bread and butter of this channel, is my live stream commentary. However, I do have some funny stuff in the works, and during the off seasons is when I try to get really creative and come up with some fun content. I had another one that I dropped a few weeks ago. You should check out my short shelf. I know people go to YouTube and all of a sudden YouTube has become more like TikTok or Instagram with all these shorts and these reels. But I think I got some funny stuff on the short shelf. So you should check that out if you get a chance to at any point. You're watching Football Nation. If you have not subscribed to this channel, you should consider doing so. You should definitely consider doing so. On that drive for the Raiders, Josh Jacobs had all the touches there besides Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo completed 1 of 2 passes to Josh Jacobs, not even looking Davante Adams' way, which is bizarre to me. Absolutely should be throwing the ball to Davante Adams, but that did not happen. So Josh Jacobs has 2 targets, 1 reception for 12 yards. He's also got 1 rushing attempt that got blown up. He went nowhere. Nothing good happening for the Raiders right now. The Raiders had to punt this ball back to the Detroit Lions, and we're starting this drive from the 11-yard line. 1st and 10, single back formation for the Lions. Motion in the backfield. There's a snap and a handoff to Gibbs. Gibbs finds a hole between the left tackle and the left guard. He gains about 3, maybe 4 yards there. That'll bring up a 2nd down. They're going to mark that right at 3. 2nd down and 7 coming up from the 14-yard line. 2nd down and 7 coming up from the 14-yard line for the Detroit Lions, who have the ball right now. Jahmyr Gibbs, on the other hand, Josh Jacobs, the running back on one side, very inefficient. He's been inefficient all season long, kind of frustrating for Josh Jacobs owners. Shotgun formation, 2nd and 7. We're up to the 14, takes the snap. Goff pump fakes, runs out of time, looks the other way, throws the other way. A tough catch made, and a fumble made, and a recovery made by the Raiders. That was definitely a catch and fumble. Reynolds made the catch and dropped the ball. Someone jarred that loose. No freaking way. Wow. A football move was definitely made. The ball was not tucked in, and that ball got ripped out of Josh Reynolds' hands. He immediately knew that he screwed that one up, buried his face into the turf, and that means that the Las Vegas Raiders are going to take over possession at the 26-yard line. So just 6 yards outside of the red zone after the catch and fumble by Josh Reynolds. Here we go. We're in a shotgun formation. The Raiders take over here. Davante Adams is the single wide receiver on the right. There's the snap, and Jimmy G looks his way, pump fakes, throws a deep shot to the end zone, and that's picked off the other way. Back-to-back turnovers, and there we go. Wow, Jimmy Garoppolo, I saw that happening myself, and I'm not even a safety. That was pretty obvious that he was going that way. Jimmy Garoppolo threw a shot to the end zone, and it got picked off. What did I just witness? So back-to-back turnovers, one for each side. One for each side. The Detroit Lions turned the ball over. Josh Reynolds fumbled that ball. The very first play going the other way from the 26-yard line, just outside the red zone. First play, Jimmy Garoppolo throws a pass, deep pass to Davante Adams, and that is picked off immediately. So, not very good right now for the Las Vegas Raiders. A bit of a bad start for the Detroit Lions as well, who honestly, that's a pretty good start. Yeah, there was a mistake right there. It wasn't Jared Goff's fault. It was 100% Josh Reynolds' fault. I cannot believe that a turnover happened so quickly back to back. Oh man. The intended receiver there, Davante Adams, it was picked off by Joseph at the Detroit Lions 4-yard line, brought back for a few extra yards right there. It was actually picked off in the end zone at the negative 4-yard line is what they're calling that. Anyways, he got that ball back out to the 11. So, after all the drama, y'all, after all the drama said and done, the Detroit Lions will take over once again from the 11-yard line where they started their last drive before the fumble. So, back to square one. No harm, no foul. Literally no foul. So, yeah, easy move. Easy move. So, Detroit Lions going to take over here in just a few seconds. They're in a commercial break. You're not missing any of the action right now, ladies and gentlemen. Commercial break right here, right now. If you're just checking out this channel for the first time, my name is Mario Manuel. What's up, guys? Pleasure to be here. I try to stay professional, but it is 7:40 p.m. and I guess I'm at work, but I'm not at work because I enjoy what I do right now. I'm loving it. I'm digging it. Fun game so far. And we, not only is this game on right now, there's also baseball, World Series baseball happening at the same time, y'all. At the same time right now. Maybe I can get y'all those numbers here as well. Joseph saw that happening a mile out. I saw that from my screen. It was obvious what Davante Adams was doing and the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo was looking his way. And I look, and honestly, he took that deep shot. He underthrew that. He underthrew Davante Adams. Come on. How do you underthrow Davante Adams? You just got to put it out there. And on 1st and 10, there's a throw underneath. Sam Laporta making the catch. He's the guy that I need to stay quiet, but right now, Sam Laporta now has 2 receptions, only 6 yards. That gives him 2.5 fantasy points and full PPR. I cannot believe how bad Jimmy G is with the Raiders. 15th straight game with a turnover. That is the longest active streak of any team. Every one of those players has thrown, every one of those quarterbacks has thrown a mistake. And there's a snap, and the pocket crumbles quickly, and Jared Goff has to get rid of it. He throws that up the middle. It hits the dirt. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up a third down for the Detroit Lions. And the Detroit Lions trying to avoid a 3-and-out right now in an anticlimactic game. Clock has stopped. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first. They really should just keep feeding Jahmyr Gibbs. He's been pretty good so far in this game. 3rd down and 10. Empty backfield, so 5 wide. Jared Goff making some calls. Play clock is down to 3. We're at the 11. Goff takes the snap. He has time. Pocket collapses. He steps out left. He throws a deep shot. He throws that out of bounds, and that'll bring up a 4th down. A 3-and-out for the home team, Detroit Lions. Jared Goff shaking his head. That defensive line for the Raiders can be troublesome. Dan Quinn's offense struggling a little bit in this game. It's only going to take 1 touchdown to blow the doors wide open on this one. But, so I said Dan Quinn instead of Dan Campbell. I keep saying that. I said that last time too. I'm sorry. I'm a Cowboys fan, guys. I always say Dan Quinn, and now he's gone, and clearly we could use him right now. Anyways, there's the punt. That's a huge punt. This one goes all the way back to the 40, looks like about the 41-yard line, and the Raiders will get the ball back either way. So, lots of turning the ball over back and forth. It's going one way, it's going out the other. Dave Chappelle, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, Dave. Liking the suit? Is that what the eyes are? Am I making your eyes pop, brother? Anyways, okay, so that's what I was talking about. I was talking about Coach Dan Campbell. So the head coach for the Detroit Lions, on January 20th, 2021, the Detroit Lions named Dan Campbell the franchise's new head coach. Dan Campbell has 25 years of NFL experience, 14 of them as a coach, and 11 of them as a player. Dan Campbell was the tight end in the NFL. He was a tight end in the NFL. He played for the Giants, played for the Cowboys, the Lions, and the Saints. And he reached a Super Bowl in 2000 with the Giants, and then he won a Super Bowl in 2009 with Drew Brees and the Saints. How good is that, man? So Dan Campbell knows what it is to win, and in his first year as the Lions head coach, Campbell helped instill a new culture built on his favorite word, grit. So, grit, conviction, and collaboration on and off the field. Unfortunately, his success as a player didn't directly translate to success as a coach, and in 3 seasons as an NFL head coach, his record is 17, 28, and 1. I will say this, though. Detroit Lions looking pretty good this year, and they're for sure a playoff contending team. Dan Campbell's Lions are for sure a playoff contender. They might even be a Super Bowl contender. Honest to God, the Detroit Lions look so good this year. They've dropped 2 games. Hasn't been perfect. They've dropped 2 games. But still, man, that's awesome. So good to see that. Good to see Dan Campbell finally figuring it out. He's not the only player who's also a coach right now on that roster. Ben Johnson just got promoted this year to offensive coordinator. Johnson was a walk-on quarterback at North Carolina from 2004 to 2007. He graduated from North Carolina with a degree in mathematics and computer science. And Detroit's offensive output under Johnson ranks amongst one of the best numbers that the Lions have seen so far. I mean, you could see it. You could see it right here, right now, and how they're doing. Anyways, here we go. We've got an I formation on 1st and 10. A handoff to Josh Jacobs, who does find a hole right there, gains about 5 yards. Down at the 46-yard line, 2nd down and 5 coming up. 2nd down and 5. Back from the commercial break, 2nd down and 5, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Clock is ticking. Detroit Lions defensively holding up okay right here. They're going to bring 4. Jimmy Garoppolo hands that off to Josh Jacobs again, who finds another hole, gains another 4 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 for the Las Vegas Raiders. Josh Jacobs back-to-back carries there. Just keep feeding him, man. Jimmy Garoppolo's having issues. There's another handoff this time. Does not go, and that'll bring up a 4th down, a gain of nothing. Actually, he will lose a yard there, and a 4th down, another 3 and out for the Raiders. The Raiders' first drive, 4 plays and a punt. Their second drive, 1 play, which resulted in a pick, and now their third drive, a 3 and out. Are they going to go for it? Probably not. They're probably going to punt this one, and I'm full of it. They actually are going to go for it. Davante Adams, they're at midfield. We're at the 49-yard line. There's a snap. Jimmy Garoppolo in the pocket, out of time. He scrambles. He throws a medium pass with touch. No flags. You know who was wide open this time? Davante Adams in the middle of the field. And it looks like he was throwing in the direction of Hunter Renfrow. Which, come on, man. You've got 1 target. You've got 1 really good target out there in Davante Adams. Another decent target in Jacoby Myers. And you choose to throw to who now? I mean, why? Why? Why are you going to go to Hunter Renfrow? I mean, good job by the defense to play in their zone. Hunter Renfrow couldn't stay on his feet. He got some contact there, but he ran into the defender, not the other way around. So that'll be a turnover on downs. And the Raiders are going to turn the ball over. Here we go. The Lions get the ball, a throw right there, a lead pass. And that is Amon-Ra St. Brown who goes forward. And finally, the guy gets a catch. There's a flag on the play. It's probably going to be a holding on the offense. Let's hear what the officials have to say. A catch and run right there by Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's going to be negated by this flag probably. He was supposed to be sick, right? They were saying that he had an illness. The foul was supposed to be on an ineligible man downfield. They said there is no foul for an ineligible man downfield, and that will stand. So Amon-Ra St. Brown picks up the yardage and the 1st down for the Detroit Lions. I'd like to say that going the other way for the Las Vegas Raiders, but I can't because it has not happened. Only 1 first down in this game for the Lions, y'all. Can you believe that? I'm sorry, for the Raiders. Raiders, Lions, got to get my team straight. Here we go, 1st and 10, 2 minutes across midfield. Here we go, we're at the 37-yard line. Jared Goff takes the snap. There's a throw, a quick throw underneath. Once again, St. Brown making the catch. That'll be a gain of about 8 or 9. A catch of about 8 or 9 for St. Brown. That puts him on the map. Let me pull up my numbers here. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 20 yards already, back-to-back catches, 2nd and 2. 2nd down and 2 from the 29. There's a snap and a handoff. Gibbs takes the carry. He finds a hole, and he goes down just outside the 20. So that'll put him at the 21-yard line. They're knocking on the door of the red zone. On the front step, the Detroit Lions moving the football here. They've been moving it effectively, aside from a fumble there from Josh Reynolds. What's going on, Felice? Welcome, welcome. Aloha, my friend. All right, here we go, y'all. 1st down and 10 on the 21. A handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs goes backwards. Jahmyr Gibbs will try to fall forward, and he will lose a yard on that one. 2nd down and 11 coming up for the Las Vegas Raiders. Going for the Lions, Cowboys for life. I'm kind of going for the Lions too, even though I'm dressed like a Raider fan right now. But I think, talk about like a good story for the Raiders to come in, or for the Lions to come in and like, what they did to Green Bay at the end of the season, even though they knew they had lost, they still won because that's the grit. Here we go. At the 22-yard line, shotgun formation. 30 seconds left on the game clock, play clock, down to 5. Josh Reynolds moves from left to right. There's a look to Josh Reynolds, who cannot corral the pass. His redemption play did not work out. So Josh Reynolds has been targeted twice now. He made a catch and fumbled the ball. The second time, it hits him in the numbers, and he drops it. That will bring up a 3rd down for the Detroit Lions. I mean, I'm looking at the play develop. If they would have waited one more second, Jared Goff could have thrown to the end zone. St. Brown was open there, but here comes a 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11. There's the snap. He has time in the pocket. Pocket collapses. He gets rid of it quickly, and that's going to be a catch right there. And Khalif Raymond makes a first down grab. First down for the Detroit Lions. That'll take them inside the 10-yard line, and a 1st and goal coming up here from 3rd and 11 to a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. This will take us to the end of the first quarter. Robert, what's going on, brother? Thanks for checking in, man. Thanks for checking into the chat. You're 15th. Nice. Thank you. Appreciate the like and the love, man. Appreciate the likes and the love. So, that is the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. The end of the first quarter is here. I haven't even had to say the name Aiden Hutchinson today because the Raiders have just been beating themselves. Raiders with a 4-play drive, a 1-play interception drive, and then a 3-and-out. Raiders have been off of the gosh, it's so bad. I'm at a loss of words for how bad that really is. Let me tell you something. After the first quarter has evaporated, the Las Vegas Raiders, 3 minutes and 43 seconds of possession. That's it. 3 minutes and 43 seconds. On the other side, the Detroit Lions, 11 minutes and 17. They have almost quadrupled the time of possession, and they are in full control of this game, even though the score only says 3-0. Obviously, controlling the football isn't what wins you games. Scoring points wins you games, but it makes it a lot easier to win games when you have control of the ball. That should go without saying. That's, pretty much a no-brainer, but the Raiders have not converted any 3rd downs. They've only gotten 1 first down in the entire game, and it was literally the first play of the game. Have not been able to get a first down at all for the Las Vegas Raiders. Detroit Lions on the other side. Lions have been playing really well, and Robert's checking in here. Robert's saying that they've been playing really well for the last 2 years now. Well, definitely last year they looked good. Did not make the playoffs last year. This year, I mean, they'll probably make the playoffs this year for sure, Robert. I totally agree with that. Do I have this pulled up? Yes, I do. No, that's just for the Raiders. Let's find out about the Lions. I've also got their schedule pulled up here as well. So, Week 8 happening right here, right now. After tonight, Detroit Lions fans, if you're in the room right now, after tonight, the Lions will get a week off. So, no Lions football next week. After that, they've got Los Angeles, Chicago, Green Bay, New Orleans, Chicago again, Denver, the Vikings, Dallas, and the Vikings again. So, honestly, I mean, I really only see them dropping 1, maybe 2 games out of those. The Detroit Lions are probably going to finish this season really, really well unless they just do something dumb. But the Lions are in great shape, and they're in great shape on this drive as we get back to the action. Start of the second quarter, y'all. 1st and goal from the 8. Single back formation. There's the snap. There's a handoff. That's going to go to Jahmyr Gibbs, who gets stopped immediately by the Raiders. That'll bring up a 2nd down and goal. That'll get to about the 7-yard line. So now we're looking at the 7-yard line. Pull up my stat board one more time. So, yeah, an easy schedule after the bye week for the Detroit Lions. They might drop one to the Rams. They might drop one to L.A. I don't know if that's the Raiders or the Chargers or the Rams. Honestly, I just wrote Los Angeles. That's my fault. Not what we're talking about right now. 2nd and goal from the 7. A toss to the left side. Jahmyr Gibbs trying to make people miss. There is a flag right there, possibly holding on the offense, and that'll get pushed back. Flag coming from the umpire. Yep. Holding offense, number 68. That's Taylor Decker making the mistake right there. That's the first penalty that's called on the game for either team. 2 flags have been dropped in this game. Both of those have been no foul on the play. Just a little hook right there, a little bit of a clothesline against number 39. Decker made the mistake right there. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and goal, but that backs up the Detroit Lions all the way 2nd and goal backs them up to the 16. So here we go. There's the snap out of the shotgun. Jared Goff hands that off, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss right there. Josh Reynolds takes the handoff on a sneak end around right there. That was a trying to be a trickery play, but that did not work out. They fooled themselves. And now we've got a 3rd down and 18 coming up for the Detroit Lions. 3rd down and 18 for the Detroit Lions. Little spin move as he gets whipped down to the ground. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. 74% allowed in the red zone for the Raiders. They allow a lot of red zone touchdowns here. 3rd and goal. Here we go. A throw this time once again. That's going to go to Raymond, who gets all the way up to about the 7-yard line. Once again, Khalif Raymond with another one, and we've got a 4th down and goal, but they're all the way out at the 8. I don't think that they're going to go for it. They might. The offense stays out there. Dan Campbell doing his thing. He's a ballsy head coach, guys. I'm telling you, Dan Campbell loves to go for it on 4th down. They might hard count here. I would not be surprised if they tried to hard count here. And they're saying that the analytics say kick the field goal because they're so far out right here. So this is all the way from the 8-yard line. They can get 3 more points, but this is... He knows that the Raiders can't move the ball right now. And delay of game. So they were just trying, like I said, they were trying to hard snap them. They were never going to go for it. They were never going to go for it. So that means that they're going to kick this field goal, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to end up being a field goal play. Another 3 points. Looking to get those up on the board here. Riley Patterson getting ready to put this one up. Here we go. 31-yard attempt. Here's a 31-yard attempt for Riley Patterson. He's 96% from this distance. There's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up. The kick is good. That was just routine. So far in this game, can you believe it's only been a 6-point game? Defensively, it's been pretty tough. Robert checking in saying no more boring Lions Thanksgiving Day games. Hopefully not. We've got a bit of a boring one here, but I hope that I can bring you guys the entertainment, and I hope you guys are enjoying it and having fun with me. So, after 1 quarter and about 2.5 minutes, the score is 6-0. The Detroit Lions do have the lead, but it's still technically anybody's game. And when you've got Davante Adams on the field, anything can happen. The Raiders are going to get the ball back. We are in a commercial break right now after the 3 points having been scored. Crystal, what's up? What's up, Crystal? Thanks for checking in. Let's go ahead and get rid of those fantasy leaders. We'll bring up these right here. I played the fantasy points right here, so let's get that information up for y'all. These are the rest of the players on the performances from this week, ladies and gentlemen. Christian McCaffrey rounds out the top 10. He put up 29 fantasy football points in full PPR. Gus Edwards, number 11, 29 fantasy points. Justin Herbert with 29 at number 12. Joshua Dobbs, Dobbs has been a very good and very serviceable quarterback. Even though the Cardinals are, 1-7? The only game that they won was against my Dallas Cowboys. Oh, that hurts to say. But Joshua Dobbs inside of the top 15. Tua inside the top 15 with 26. Alvin Kamara finally showing flashes of his old self. Jamar Chase in the top 16 right there. And then I think Jalen Waddle was the last one I put in at number 17. I could be wrong. There might be one more. Anyways, those are your players, your top 17 players for fantasy football in Week 8. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your Week 8 fantasy producers. This is your spread. The Detroit Lions were effectively 7-point favorites. The over-under for this game is 46.5. You should have definitely picked the under, judging by the way this game is going. Should have definitely picked the under right there. So that is scrolling by. I'll let you guys go ahead and read that, and I will get back to the actual stats right here. But before I do that, Crystal says, gotta go for the Lions. A lot of people are going for the Lions. We've got a lot of Lions fans in here today. Felice is a Lions fan. I'm a Lions fan. Christina is not a Lions fan because she's a Green Bay Packers fan, and it's against her religion to root for the Detroit Lions. There's the kick. This one goes back after the 3 points. This will be a touchback, y'all. And the Raiders, I don't know if you guys have ever played Madden. If you guys have ever played Madden, the new Maddens, when a quarterback is shaky or they get rocked, their routes kind of like cross over, and it has that weird, like what I'm doing with my fingers, things kind of just blur like that. That is 100% what Jimmy G is seeing right now. Jimmy Garoppolo is spiraling in this game, and we're going to find out what he's made of on this drive here. Jimmy Garoppolo, 1 of 4, 25% completion right here in this game. Only 12 yards. He's got an interception. Single back formation. There's the snap and a handoff to Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs runs forward, pushes the pile, gains about 4 yards, 3, maybe 4 yards there. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 up to the 29-yard line. The Las Vegas Raiders have possession right now, and they're starting this drive having been put on the 25-yard line. So here we go. Blow the doors open. Give me a big shot. Make it to Jacoby Myers. I like Jacoby Myers. He's doing much better here than he was doing with the New England Patriots. So I'll give him that. He's been a bright spot in the offense for the Raiders, Jacoby Myers. 2nd and 6, 11 minutes and 43 seconds. Play clock down to 4. Jimmy has time. He throws. That's tipped at the line, and that goes into the dirt. Oh my gosh, so close right there to being picked off. Almost the 2nd interception of the half for Jimmy Garoppolo, but after 2 plays, already a 3rd down. So a 3rd and 6. Are we going to have another 3 and out from the Las Vegas Raiders? This offense is looking anemic. This time, the intended receiver was Davante Adams, but that was just such a bad throw from Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, come on, man. What, you think he's not going to put his hand up? And right now, the Lions are showing blitz. Shotgun formation, play clock down to 3. They will bring the house. Jimmy has to throw. Jimmy, incomplete pass. That'll bring up a 4th down and another 3 and out. Once again, he tried to target Hunter Renfrow, who was 0 for 2. Could not come through with that. Jacoby Myers hasn't been featured at all in this game. No targets going his way. 4th down and 6. The Detroit Lions punt team will come out. Sorry, the Las Vegas Raiders punt team will come out. I guess special teams punt receiving team will come out for the Detroit Lions. Christina with the green and gold over there. Christina with the green and gold. There's the snap. There's the punt. This one's a high-hanging one. This one goes up. It will be signaled a fair catch. It does go out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Detroit Lions at the 22. Davante Adams trying to talk with Jimmy G, saying, hey, man, you missed me on that route. It's all good. But honestly, it feels like Davante Adams and it breaks my heart. He only needed 4 receptions today to do something special. He's only got 0. He's been targeted twice. No catches in this game so far for Davante Adams. Only one-sided offense today, guys. Only one-sided offense. Crystal says, loving the skeleton getup. Thank you. Appreciate it. This is, we're a day away from Halloween. It's Halloween. Gotta enjoy life right now. Gotta have some fun. So, since it is Halloween, when I get out of work tomorrow, Robert says, don't confuse boring for tough defense. Lions have tough defense. That's fair. That is fair. And a lot of people do confuse boring for tough defense. When the games aren't, 43 to 37 or whatever, what have you. I'm just making arbitrary numbers, but you know what I mean. Anything that doesn't go over 50 points, people don't want to watch football. But if you know and you understand football, you know that defenses wins championships. And right now, this defense is looking solid for the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions defense is looking pretty dang good. I had some notes about the Lions defense, but what I really want to talk about is their defensive coordinator, which is none. Lies. They do have a defensive coordinator. I'm looking at the wrong notes right here. Aaron Glenn is actually someone that I wanted to talk about. Aaron Glenn is the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. And believe it or not, and you should be able to believe this one. Yo, Jose Hernandez, what's going on, Lou? Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you being here. All right, defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions is Aaron Glenn. Believe it or not, he actually played on that same Saints team with Dan Campbell, but he left the team just 1 year before they won that Super Bowl. If he would have just hung on, then he would have won a Super Bowl with that team. But it never happened. Doesn't matter because Dan Campbell picked him up and said, you know what, we may have not won a Super Bowl together last time, but we can win one together this time. And so Dan Campbell decided to bring on Aaron Glenn, another player who also played in the NFL. He was actually a first-round draft pick, 12th overall by the Jets out of Texas A&M. Fun fact about their defensive coordinator. They are on offense this time, though. Detroit Lions, there's Jared Goff, and a big shot right there to guess who? Amon-Ra St. Brown, who turns the corner, gets up to the 50, crosses midfield, gets down at about the 35-yard line, running out of bounds. A huge first down catch for Amon-Ra St. Brown. A lot of yardage right there. Let's go. That's who I need to blow up today, man. That is my guy. From the 20... Looks like that was from the 22-yard line to cross midfield like that. That is a huge gain. A huge gain. He just found the space right there. He made the catch at the 40 and then gained another 20 yards on the other side. So that's a 44-yard catch right there for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Here we go. Play clock down to 1. Oh, my gosh. An end around, and Josh Reynolds is having just a terrible day. Josh Reynolds has a terrible day so far. Oh my goodness. That was an end around and a handoff to him. He lost 2 yards on that. Josh Reynolds so far in this game, 13 yards through the air, -2 on the ground. He's been targeted a few times. Didn't work out. Actually, it looks like that's a loss of 6. So he had one other one. So, yeah, that's a bad one. Loss of 6 yards. That'll bring up a second down at 16. Second and 16, shotgun formation. Jared Goff takes the snap. He has time. Pocket collapses. He runs to the right. He throws to the right, and he makes a pass connected there to Amon-Ra St. Brown. There is a flag on the play. If it stands, it's a first. If it doesn't, you can see Crosby signaling the other way. Here's the call. Illegal contact on the defense, so this will go in favor, and Amon-Ra St. Brown's first down catch right there will stand. First down for the Detroit Lions. First down for the Lions. I'm always here, brother, listening. What's going on, man? And trying to chat with you when I can. I appreciate it. I'm guessing that you're working tonight, Lou. You probably might be at work. Yeah, good call by the officials. There's definitely contact there, hand even in the face mask, but St. Brown continued to run his route, and it worked out well. Here we go, 1st and 10, shotgun formation. That puts us inside the red zone from the 16, excuse me. There's a throw on a slant. Sam Laporta makes the catch. That'll bring up a second down and 1. Second and 1 coming up for the Detroit Lions. That puts them down at the 7-yard line. Once again, we're in the red zone. Thanks, Lou. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So, 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1 coming up right here. We're at the 7-yard line. The third rookie tight end with 35-plus receptions over the first 7 games for the Detroit Lions. Here we go. There's a snap out of the shotgun. Motion in the backfield. St. Brown makes it, takes it, has the chance he could possibly throw, and he's going to lose some serious yardage back there. He will go back and lose yards down at the 15-yard line. So he definitely goes backwards there. He could have thrown it. He could have thrown it. He could have easily thrown a touchdown pass. What are you doing, bro? Khalif Raymond was wide open, and he was signaling, hey, right here. St. Brown didn't want to get rid of it. I mean, if it would have been a 15-yard, or at that point, just a 7-yard, he was backed up at the 15, which is where he got tackled. 3rd down and 9. There's the snap out of the shotgun. Jared Goff winds up, throws. That gets batted down at the line of scrimmage. And another incomplete pass will bring up a 4th down, 4th and 9. And right now, the #1 player for the Detroit Lions, it's going to be Riley Patterson, their kicker, who's put up 2 points, 2 field goals already. Field goal, field goal, field goal. They're at home, but they're controlling this game. Defensively, the Detroit Lions have given up nothing. So the Detroit Lions defense is also up there as the most points. And they're going to have to settle for 3 points again. So 44-yard field goal made, 31-yard field goal made. Here's a 33-yard attempt from the right hash. There's the snap. Here's the kick. The kick is up. The kick is good once again. Riley Patterson having himself a day. I hope you have him in your fantasy lineups dialed up right now. Jared Goff talking with his team, trying to figure out maybe, I guess, who wants the ball now. It's not a huge lead, ladies and gentlemen. The score is now 9-0. The score is now 9-0. Nothing happening right now on the Raiders' side of the field. They are definitely in trouble of having this game get away from them. It feels like it already has, even though the score is 9-0. They have no answer for that Detroit Lions defense. The Detroit Lions defense has been, honestly, pretty damn stellar. Detroit Lions defense in this game have only allowed 33 total yards of offense for the Las Vegas Raiders. Detroit Lions right now, 184 yards through this first, quarter and a half? So a quarter and a half, almost 200 yards of offense already. So we're not even at halftime. They're looking good. They're cooking. Unfortunately, they can't score in the red zone. That is their third red zone drive that ended up in no points. Their second red zone drive that ended up in no points. And then on the other side, the Las Vegas Raiders, they got nothing. 12 yards through the air. That is it. Jimmy Garoppolo should be benched, and Jimmy Garoppolo should be cut from the team. Honestly, he has been so bad. Jimmy Garoppolo has really genuinely just been so bad all season long. He missed some time, but his 2023 passing, this is his record for 2023 right now. He's got more interceptions than he does have touchdowns. 8 interceptions, 7 touchdowns. He just barely broke the 1,000-yard mark. And, yeah, I mean, Jared Goff has doubled that. Just after today, he ended up doubling that. Jared Goff looks like he probably just crossed that. Yeah, Jared Goff definitely crossed that 2,000-yard mark earlier in this game. Hunter Renfrow targeted twice, 0 catches. Josh Jacobs targeted twice, 1 catch. Devontae Adams targeted twice, no catches. Lots of good defense from the Detroit Lions at the line of scrimmage. They've been swatting passes before it gets overhead. Aiden Hutchinson showing up to the stadium wearing a weird stormtrooper-looking costume there. Not even, I mean, if anyone's got the money to get a legitimate stormtrooper costume, it would be these NFL players. Did not work, but lots of people wearing the grit signs that say grit right here, and they're showing all of the different costumes right now. It is Halloween, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see based off of my costume. Robert says Raiders will make it an interesting towards the end. We hope. I agree. I hope so for sure, Robert. That kickoff after the 3 points for the Detroit Lions, getting kicked off from the Lions over to the Raiders. The Raiders will start this drive from the 25-yard line. Raiders will start this drive from the 25-yard line. Here we go. Single back formation. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Oh, my goodness. Jimmy Garoppolo has to dump that one off quickly, and that one goes forward for about 7. The second positive gain right there through the air, and that's Austin Hooper who makes the 8-yard catch. 2nd down and 2 coming up. Austin Hooper with the catch. 2nd down and 2 up to the 33-yard line. Needs to get to the 35. So that's just the second completed pass for the Raiders here. They're down by 9. Their second first down of the game. There's the snap, or their first first down of the game. That's the second. That's a handoff to Josh Jacobs, who gets another first down up to about the 42-yard line. First down. I can finally say it. First down for the Las Vegas Raiders. 1st and 10 coming up from the Raiders at the 42. Josh Jacobs leading the charge for the Raiders as far as fantasy football points go. Here we go. Josh Jacobs tonight, 6 rushes, 21 yards. He's averaging 3.5. It's actually the most he's been averaging all season. So here we go. Jacoby Myers motioning in the backfield. I formation. There's a snap and a toss. And Josh Jacobs tries to find a hole. He does. He gains a little bit. Goes down after 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up. His shoe came off. He's trying to get that shoe back on. There's a flag on the play. Let's see what happens here. It'll probably get pushed back. So let's see, a flag at the 50-yard line. Personal foul, illegal low block. That is going to be an automatic first down. Jerry Jacobs with an illegal low block. Uh-oh. And that's going to bring up a first down for the Las Vegas Raiders. First down, Las Vegas. Here we go. Good move right there. Yeah, good call. Outside of the tackle box for sure. Low block. Gotta do player safety. It's all about player safety. Here we go. Shotgun formation. There's the snap. Jimmy G in trouble. Throws underneath on the screen right there. Austin Hooper finds some blockers. He gets the first down. Another first down across the 30. And that'll bring him to the 28-yard line. Austin Hooper with an 11-yard gain. The game is still alive, ladies and gentlemen. This game is still on. These are your standings right now across the NFL. The players who have, the teams that have won and lost this season so far. Here we go. I formation. There's the snap. A handoff to Jacobs, who goes forward, stays on his feet, goes down just shy of the 20, and the Raiders right outside of the red zone. This time, the drive looks good. This is a sustainable drive for the Raiders. This game is still happening here. We're alive. Okay. Here we go. A 2nd down and 3 from the 21. Single back formation, a snap and a handoff. Josh Jacobs takes it. Josh Jacobs finds his way through. And a first down for Josh Jacobs. And the Las Vegas Raiders getting a first down right there. Let's go. We are cooking now. We got some offense going both ways. I will see you, Crystal. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. You have a great night. Stay safe. It's Monday. I understand. Thursday night football coming up, y'all. Thursday night we will be here too. Happy Halloween to all of you. Love it. Okay, 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. There's a snap. There's a handoff. Josh Jacobs goes forward. Jacobs gets inside the 10. So a 2nd down coming up. They got to get to the 5-yard line. 2nd down coming up right here. 2nd and 4 for the Las Vegas Raiders. 2nd and 4 for the Las Vegas Raiders. Good job, Josh Jacobs, carrying the team on his back, quite literally. Here we go. 7 plays on this drive, good for 66 yards. Another I formation, strong side to the left. A handoff there. Josh Jacobs tries to find a tackle, cannot get a block, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. Can the Detroit Lions stop the Las Vegas Raiders? We will find out here. Game clock down to 4 minutes, inside of 4 minutes, and Josh Jacobs coming out. Looks like he's a little rattled there. He's wincing as he goes out to the sideline. Need to gain 1 yard. The Las Vegas Raiders need to gain 1 yard right here, a 3rd and 1. Single back, there's the snap, quarterback sneak, and Jimmy Garoppolo carries that ball across the first down marker, and we got a first down and goal from the 3-yard line. 1st and goal from the 3. Josh Jacobs kind of limping back out onto the field. He's definitely feeling the pain right now. This game is about pain. But a 3-yard play could do it. Cap off this drive. Which way are we going with it? Jimmy Garoppolo. Backed up into the shotgun right there. 1st and goal from the 3. Las Vegas Raiders have the ball. A snap, a handoff to Jacobs, and Jacobs goes all the way in. There's a touchdown, Las Vegas! A 3-yard touchdown plunge by Josh Jacobs right up the gut, making it look easy on that one. That is now 50 yards on the ground for Josh Jacobs. 1 touchdown, 13 fantasy football points for the Las Vegas Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 6 points on the board. The score, it's still here. The game is still on, 6-9, and we've got action. It's happening. We've got some action. The score is 6-9, and like I said, the doors will be blown off this game here if someone could just get into the end zone. That will reinvigorate this Raiders offense right here. They're probably going to keep doing what works. Josh Jacobs averaging over 4 yards per carry. Keep giving him the ball, and he's going to continue to work. He's going to continue to eat. A touchdown for Josh Jacobs and a touchdown for the Las Vegas Raiders. This is now a 2-point game. Detroit Lions, all of their drives were capped off. Well, all of their scores came via the leg of Riley Patterson. The score 9 for the Detroit Lions, 7 for the Las Vegas Raiders, and it is game on, y'all. Game on. Let's go. That brings us inside of 3 minutes. We've still got a 2-minute warning coming up. 2-minute warning coming up here in just a moment. Commercial break. We're at a quick commercial break. This is the other teams. These are the other teams. New York Jets 4-3. Robert says, don't leave your seats, folks. Don't leave your seats. I'm going to write that one down. I don't know. I don't say that. Maybe you can type up some commentary for me, Robert. I would take the help, honestly. Writing the commentary is pretty tough. When I'm live and we're going like this right now and we're covering the games and I'm going back and forth, don't need them because it's happening so quickly. You know, we've got the football happening right now. But we are at a commercial break. So, Kansas City Chiefs lost to Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. Las Vegas Raiders looking to get to 500 in this game today. They want to upset the Detroit Lions. They're looking at a 3-4 record. Los Angeles Chargers just lost to the Dallas Cowboys. That's absolutely right. Los Angeles Chargers lost 3. They just lost their last game to the Cowboys. They fell to 3-4. The Denver Broncos, after that win over the Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos are now 3-5. So those are your standings in the AFC West. This is the AFC East right here. New York Jets 4-3. New England Patriots 2-6. Oh man, they're spiraling out of control. Miami Dolphins just beat the New England Patriots, so they're 6-2. And the Buffalo Bills have 5 wins this season. I should probably organize those based off of who has the most wins, but I just have them laid out. And you can read the AFC West as that scrolled by. So, to start this drive, I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs was doing a great job. I'm actually surprised that Max Crosby hasn't really, I mean, he's been having a pretty good game, but he hasn't gotten to the quarterback yet. So no sack to Jared Goff. He has put the pressure on there. He does have 2 tackles for losses, but no sacks right there for that man. Max Crosby, 3 tackles, 4 pressures. And that'll make a difference. That will make a difference. These are your NFC East standings coming up right here, ladies and gentlemen. The kickoff coming back from the commercial break after the touchdown by Josh Jacobs will be returned from the 8 up to the 15, the 20, and he goes down at the 21. Khalif Raymond getting dropped at the 21-yard line. They're showing Max Crosby's tattoo. His whole torso is tattooed. He's got Muhammad Ali, Kobe Bryant. He's got Michael Jordan on him tattooed. A baby. It might be his baby. Anyways, Max Crosby has some serious ink, guys. Max Crosby has some serious tattoo art. Here we go. Detroit Lions, a 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Single back formation. Snap, handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs. Max Crosby, there he is. Whips him down to the ground. Max Crosby talking trash. Talking serious trash right there. Jahmyr Gibbs gets ripped down to the ground. that will be a gain of nothing. So no gain. No gain. A second down coming up for the Detroit Lions. Second down. Tomorrow is Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Get your costumes ready. It's coming. So, empty backfield, empty set. 3 wide receivers left. There's the snap. Jared Goff looks right, though. He throws right, and this time Josh Reynolds makes the catch to redeem himself just shy of the 45. First down for the Detroit Lions. First down for the Detroit Lions. And it smells like the heater just got turned on. Uh-oh. I might have to crack a window. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the 2-minute warning. That is why I'm singing the ESPN little jingle there for football. We're at the 2-minute warning. So we're going to a quick commercial break. Hey guys and gals, those of you who are checking out this channel, my name is Mario Manuel. You're watching Football Nation. We do this week in and week out. And no, I don't have the drive charts up. And no, I don't show the actual live game. What I try to do, my goal is to get you every snap, every play, and every down. Try to get you the formations. Try to break it down for you guys so that you can visualize it in your head. This is supposed to be sports radio, color radio. I hope you guys enjoy what you see. And if you do, give me a thumbs up. It is. Yeah. It's okay. Will you help me out? Can you open that window then? So we got a big cold front here in San Antonio, Texas. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, it literally went from 80 plus degrees. It went from 80 plus degrees to what, right now it's got to be in the 30s here in San Antonio? 40. It's 40 degrees right now. 88 to 40. So a 50-degree swing in just one day. I kid you not. A 50-degree swing in just one day. Can you smell it, Christina? Yeah, right? It smells like we got to run that a few more times to get all that dust out of there. And there's a scary movie called Thanksgiving that seems to be featured multiple times right now. I don't do scary. She likes scary. I don't like scary. That's not my thing. So we are still in the commercial break. Finishing the 2-minute warning. Can you feel the difference up here? It's always hot in this room. We got to figure this out. It's hot. It's hot. You're hot. It's hot. Okay. Progressive commercial is still on, ladies and gentlemen. And they're cutting back to Monday Night Football. About to get to halftime. Few minutes away from halftime. 2 minutes. Playtime specifically. Trade deadline is looming. Don't know why they got a picture of Derrick Henry. He's not going anywhere. If he does, I'd be surprised. He might be like the Adrian Peterson who has like the revamping of his career for another couple games or another couple seasons. Shotgun formation to start the 2-minute warning. There's a throw underneath right there and movement being made. Jahmyr Gibbs making people miss. He gets all the way up to the 50 across midfield, almost to the 40 across midfield, and a first down for the Detroit Lions. First down, Detroit. Good job, Jahmyr Gibbs on the flat. Jared Goff finding him, and he looks really good. And they were, talk about like a great offense, even when like they're missing David Montgomery. Imagine what their offense would look like with David Montgomery as well. But Jahmyr Gibbs is proving that he can stand up right here in these moments. 1st and 10. Play clock down to 4. There's a snap and a handoff to Gibbs, who goes forward. Oh, man, that could have been a face mask right there. Multiple flags coming in, and he gets the first down regardless of the huge face mask right there. Might have been a horse collar is what they said. I didn't see a horse collar. I saw a face mask. Could have been the nameplate, and he pulled him by the horse collar. Let's see what happens here. It did not look natural, one thing or the other, but it is definitely against the Raiders' defense. Fouls against both teams on the play. Holding on the defense. That wasn't a horse collar. That was a jersey. That was a jersey, not a horse collar. Wow. See, you know what? Okay, so I officiate football as well. And that happened the other day. Same thing. I didn't see the pads move. I just saw the jersey get pulled, and I did not throw my flag. Another official came in and said, that was a horse collar. How did you miss that? And it's because it wasn't a horse collar. It was a jersey grab, and that's legal. He didn't grab the pads. Anyways, a shotgun formation, a snap, a handoff, and this time Jahmyr Gibbs only gained 6 instead of getting the first down like he had on the previous play. Here we go. The Lions have all 3 of their timeouts. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Someone is slow to get up from the Raiders side of the football. But the Detroit Lions are going to try to put up some more points before going into the locker room. They have yet to score a touchdown. Luke Masterson, the undrafted free agent in 2022, is down on the ground. Timeout called right here by the Raiders. A 2nd down and 3. Right now, nothing is happening, y'all. 2nd down and 3. They're showing Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. And we're not missing anything. So, nothing happening at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. We're just hanging out. To whoever just subscribed to this channel, thank you very much. You're helping me get to my new goal. The new goal is 5,000 subscribers. Believe it or not, yesterday we got like 250 off that Cowboys game. It was pretty freaking wild. Great to have that momentum. It felt really nice. So if you want to join the party, if you want to join the nation, you can hit that button. At least give me that thumbs up. It'll help a lot. Empty backfield. There's the snap. Jared Goff looks right. Pump fakes. Looks left. Throws underneath. That is good for a first down. First down catch for Amon-Ra St. Brown. First down for the Detroit Lions. The clock is ticking. The clock is moving here. 1 minute and 17 seconds. Lions still have all 3 timeouts. They're up to the 30-yard line. 30-yard line across midfield. There's the snap out of the shotgun. Fakes the throw, does hand that off. Jahmyr Gibbs carries the ball, gains 1 yard. 1 minute left in this second half, in this first half, second quarter. Dan Campbell not trying to call a timeout just yet. Game clock down to 53. These timeouts have to happen. There it is. There's the snap. And there's a throw. Sam Laporta makes the catch this time. Laporta gets up to about the 25, runs out of bounds. No timeout needed because he got out of bounds under his own power. So we've now got inside the 2-minute warning. We're in the 2-minute drill. The Detroit Lions are up to the 25. It's a 3rd down and 6. Probably another field goal coming right here for the Detroit Lions. No offense. I mean, Jared Goff has 199 yards through the air. No touchdowns. A couple of touchdowns would make his fantasy day go through the roof. They're only up by 2, which means that the Raiders can come back to win this if they don't score some points here quickly. They need 6 yards, 3rd down and 6, and that'll be the first timeout called. Sorry, the last timeout called by the Raiders. I thought it would have been the first for the Detroit Lions. It's the last timeout called for the Las Vegas Raiders. 199 yards for Jared Goff. No touchdowns, y'all. No touchdowns. So far, total yards of offense for the Detroit Lions, 237. That's a lot for the first half, right? They're on pace. If they can find pay dirt, they're on pace for 500 total yards in this game. And across the first half, the Las Vegas Raiders still haven't even broken the 100-yard mark. The Las Vegas Raiders only 93 yards of total offense as we approach halftime. Here we go. 6 yards out, 3rd and 6 from the 26. Jared Goff by himself. Takes the snap, looks left, looks right, winds up, throws. That is a catch. That is a first down catch made by Sam Laporta. And we got another first down. Timeout. Dan Campbell calling the timeout quickly there. That's their first timeout. So 29 seconds left to go for the Detroit Lions. 29 seconds left to go in this first half of play. Okay, what is Jared Goff going to do on this one? What is Dan Campbell going to dial up for his offense? We're getting close to that marker, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting close to the halftime mark. Damn, I'm hungry. Dan Campbell running over quickly to call that timeout, 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 yelling at the referee. Okay, here we go. They brought the time back up, so 31 seconds, not 29. 31 seconds left to go. At the 17-yard line, Goff winds up, he throws, and no! The one person that I couldn't have score still scores, but that is going to be a touchdown, Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions with a touchdown, 18-yard reception from Sam Laporta. And that is good for the Lions. That is bad for my fantasy team. That is probably going to do it for me in my fantasy league. That Sam Laporta touchdown would have been much nicer to see Amon-Ra St. Brown score. Does not matter. If you're a Detroit Lions fan, you are loving it regardless of who scores. And looking at it, I mean, honestly, that was just a good throw either way. That really was good offense right there from Jared Goff. That's his first touchdown of the game. Over 200 yards right now. On pace to hitting 500 yards of total offense throughout this game. And the score is now 16. Detroit Lions, 7 Las Vegas Raiders. That will give them a 9-point lead. 2 touchdowns now. 3 field goals from the Detroit Lions on top of it, though. That is the difference. Detroit Lions at least coming away with points on their drives. Las Vegas Raiders now have 27 seconds and no timeouts to try to get 3 of those points back. There's one guy on that team that can possibly break for big and put them in a good spot. He wears number 17, and he's only been targeted twice. Do not know why Jared Goff, don't know why Jimmy G, so JG, that might be what's confusing me. I keep saying Jared Goff instead of Jimmy Garoppolo. J-G. Yeah, that's the sound that's killing me. It's the J and the G. Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jared Goff, whatever. Kick goes all the way back. This will not be returned. This drive will start from the 25-yard line with 27 seconds left. Amon-Ra St. Brown has 5 receptions for 94 yards. Sam Laporta, 6 receptions, 44 yards. The touchdown is the difference maker there. The touchdown is the difference maker there. Here we go from the 25-yard line. Shotgun formation. Jimmy Garoppolo takes the snap. There's the handoff. That goes to the right-hand side. That gains about 8 yards. They're not going to hurry up to get back to the line of scrimmage. 18 seconds left. Are they going to try to snap this one, or are they just going to let it go down? It looks like they're not even going to try. Of course they're not going to try. What's more Raiders than not trying? So the Las Vegas Raiders will go into the locker room with a 9-point deficit. They will get the ball to start the second half. This takes us to halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about it. So that 8-yard carry just took the Las Vegas Raiders to a total 100 yards of offense. 100 yards of total offense right now for the Las Vegas Raiders. 69 on the ground, only 31 through the air. Jimmy Garoppolo, less than 50% completion rating, only completing 3 out of his 8 passes for 31 yards and an interception. He has looked abysmal. He's coming back from being out, and he should just stay on the bench. Mario, what's going on with the Detroit Lions offense? Good or bad? Good Raiders defense? Raiders defense? Well, the Lions did just put up the points, Robert. He's asking what's going on with the Lions offense. Is it bad Lions offense or good Raiders defense? Neither. I think we got those mixed up. Neither of these teams are looking great. Detroit Lions do have a 9-point lead as we go into halftime. 9-point lead as we go into halftime. The Detroit Lions have basically doubled them in every category. They've got double the time of possession, 19 minutes and 39 seconds for the Detroit Lions. 10 minutes and 21 seconds for the Las Vegas Raiders. First downs, 14 for the Detroit Lions, 7 for the Las Vegas Raiders. Total net yards, I mean, the Lions have almost tripled them. 2.5 times, 263 yards of total offense for the Detroit Lions. Only 100 total net yards for the Las Vegas Raiders. They are slipping, and they are slipping quickly here. Not a perfect game, looking pretty rough right now. So, here we go. What happened here? That is wrong. I'm reading a report here that is just completely wrong about the scoring updates here. It says that Davante Adams punched it in, but he definitely did not. Davante Adams has goose eggs right now, y'all. 0 receptions, 0 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 fantasy points. So if you're a Davante Adams owner, you must be pretty frustrated. Derrick Henry will not be traded. They're showing that right now. It looks like Matthew Stafford sprained his UCL and his right thumb. UCL and his right thumb. You can imagine your UCL going from your elbow down this way. Sprained his UCL and his right thumb. And of course, Kirk Cousins is out for the season, guys. Kirk Cousins out for the season. That's gotta hurt for Minnesota Vikings fans. And it was one thing, right? It was one thing to lose Justin Jefferson. Now you lose Justin Jefferson and you lose your quarterback. I mean, how do you come back from that? They're still second place in the NFC North, so you can't count them out just yet. That being said, you don't expect much coming from that Minnesota Vikings offense with no firepower. They don't have any bullets. They don't have any weapons at all. You're bringing a knife to a gunfight, and without Kirk Cousins, you're dead in the water. It was one thing. I mean, you could lose Justin Jefferson and still have a chance to win because you've got the experience of Kirk Cousins. But without Kirk Cousins, Vikings are in deep, deep trouble. Hot water. Hot water for the Vikings. Ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second. I'm going to go I have to go talk with my family. I don't have to. I get to go talk with my family. I am lucky with that. So I will be back in just a moment. Enjoy the content. Give me 1 second. The shotgun formation. Typically used on passing downs like second and long or third and medium, and it has a lot of variations. The quarterback is 5 yards behind the center, and the running back is on either side of him. This is the single back formation. It looks like what it sounds like. The quarterback is under center, and you have a single running back directly behind him. This also has many variations. This is the pistol formation. It's like the single back formation, but the quarterback is 5 yards behind the center, so this buys time for play action plays. Here we have the I formation. It's typically used for short yardage situations. There are 2 running backs behind the quarterback. The front runner blocks and the second finds the holes. And then of course we have the empty backfield, or 5 wide. The quarterback stands in the backfield alone. Typically, this is used in obvious passing down situations like third and long or Hail Marys. Subscribe to. It shouldn't come as a surprise, but Raiders Nation has been known to be a pretty chaotic fan base. Raiders fans are known all around the world as some of the rowdiest and most extreme fans in all of sports. The nation calls it passion and devotion, others call it intimidating and scary. Whatever you want to call them, their 2.1 million followers on Instagram means the Las Vegas Raiders are the 8th most popular NFL team on the social media platform. The Detroit Lions, despite being the favorite team to win the NFC North, haven't won a playoff game since January 5th, 1992. That's the longest active playoff win drought in the NFL. To put the length of that drought into perspective, these were the top 5 songs back in 1992.
Oh, baby, baby, baby. Save the best for last.
Round thing in your face, you get sprung. Wanna pull up tough, cause you know the.
All right. Yeah, can you believe that? It's been a long time since the Lions have actually been relevant, and here they are looking really good this season. I think the Lions have a legitimate chance of actually making it not just to the playoffs, but making it pretty far, guys. I think the Lions will have a chance. Wow. DeAndre Hopkins, they're showing right now Will Levis and how he was playing. I mean, he got 4 touchdown passes. Looks a lot better than Ryan Tannehill. This is his first chance to actually get out there and prove his mettle. Alvin Kamara went off this week. They're showing the a lot of Joker players coming out there. They're showing all these punts that went back and forth between Robert Saleh's football team and Brian Daboll's football team. And finally, Greg the Leg put that one through for the win. Greg the Leg finally put that one through for the win. And the first game won of the season for the for the Panthers. The Panthers finally got their first win over the Houston Texans this week. So that must feel really nice for CJ Stroud. Sorry, Bryce Young. CJ Stroud. Nope, he's been doing all right, actually. Man, I'm really excited to dig into these Sour Patch Kids, and you can see that because of the green that they're getting bleached out by my green screen effect. Look at that. Okay, so we are still at halftime. When we get back from this halftime break, ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders will be getting the football. The Raiders will be getting the football. Let me check something out, actually. We're going to look at some scores here. We're going to look at one score that I think is important to look at. And right now, the Texas Rangers have a 3-point lead over the Arizona Diamondbacks. In case you are curious about the MLB scores, Texas Rangers are up 3-0 over the Diamondbacks. It is the 6th inning right now. And that is the game that's happening. Let's see if I can get y'all some more information. So, 3 runs. Three runs right there in the 3rd inning for the Texas Rangers. Nothing in the first, nothing in the second for either team. Three runs right there. 5 hits so far in this game. So a lot of pitching, not a lot of hitting. That's totally fine. So bottom of the 6th right now. Looks like the Arizona Diamondbacks have. They're at bat. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, waiting to see those next pitches right there. We're not missing anything at this moment. Mario, what's good with the Lions? I see what you were saying. Yeah, it finally cleared up. So, and that is going to be the end of the 6th. That is going to be the end of the 6th. Hey, CBS actually has some pretty cool baseball graphics. It's different from the football graphics, but it's still there nonetheless. So, that game after 6 innings, Texas Rangers lead 3-0 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. This World Series, which mind you, we are in the World Series right now. After this series, there is no more baseball for a little bit because baseball is like the longest season of any sport. It's kind of crazy. Well, soccer is obviously, and basketball season's pretty good too. But Texas Rangers, 3-point lead. The over-under for this game was 9.5. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's one of the things about baseball that's also pretty weird, right? Because, first of all, up until recently, there was no time at all in baseball. They finally brought in the pitch counter, the clock, so that it doesn't take forever to get the pitches off, and they take all the time in the world. So finally, the pitch clock comes up. But they're going into the top of the 7th inning right now. The top of the 7th inning coming up right here. Pitcher is Nelson. Batter is Moreno. Moreno getting ready to get up there. He's 0-3 so far in this game. Top of the 7th coming into this one. So, baseball in full swing. Get it? Baseball in full swing right here, right now. Top of the 7th. We are still at halftime, ladies and gentlemen. We're waiting to get back to this NFL game. So I was just checking up on that score. Now, I can safely say that I'm not going to miss anything. That's the box score, looking at the plays. Foul ball, ball. Anyways. Okay. Commercial break. Waiting to get back. We got some stuff we can talk about. Let's go ahead and get into it. What am I doing? I'm getting distracted here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting all kinds of mixed up. Let's talk about Josh McDaniels, the head coach for the Las Vegas Raiders. 23 years as an NFL coach. After 19 seasons with the New England Patriots, including 13 of them as the offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels took the job as the head coach in Las Vegas. McDaniels has previously served as the head coach of the Denver Broncos as well, and as the offensive coordinator for the St. Louis Rams, if you can believe that or not. Throughout his career, he has demonstrated a knack for creating high-scoring offenses. Not so much this year for the Las Vegas Raiders, but Josh McDaniels definitely a step up from Nathaniel Hackett, who wasn't the head coach of the Raiders. I'm just saying, as far as a comparison. Anyways, Josh McDaniels is also being tasked with the job of being the defensive coordinator as well. There is no defensive coordinator for the Las Vegas Raiders, so it is just Mick Lombardi. Mick Lombardi is the offensive coordinator for Josh McDaniels, and Josh McDaniels is the head coach and the defensive coordinator. And it looks like his defense can definitely stand to learn a thing or two. But this is just about the end of halftime. They're showing the first half highlights right here, right now. And the start of the third quarter is coming here, right here at Ford Field, ladies and gentlemen, in Detroit, Michigan. They're doing the ceremony for Brown, Lamas Brown. He was 19 years in the NFL. Talk about it. Getting inducted right there to the Lions Hall of Fame. Jersey being retired 1985 to 1995. That math doesn't add up. 10 years there with the Detroit Lions. But we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. And we're lined up for the kick. This is going to go back the other way. So the Detroit Lions received during the first half of this game. The Las Vegas Raiders ready to redeem themselves and get this second half underway. There's the kick. It goes back. It goes up. It goes all the way back into the back of the end zone. That will be a touchback. So a touchback means that the Raiders will start this drive from the 25-yard line. And let me get back to my notes as they pop up. So 1st and 10, coming up for the Las Vegas Raiders from the 25-yard line. Fox's kick, 65 yards over the back of the end zone. Touchback. Only 100 yards of total offense for the Las Vegas Raiders. Can they get some more? Shotgun formation, motion in the backfield from Hunter Renfrow. Jimmy G waiting to take the snap in the shotgun. We're at the 25 play clock. Goes down to 5. He takes the snap. He looks right. He throws right. A catch finally made by Davante Adams. The first down, the first catch for Davante Adams. And that's going to be a first down, moving the chains. Good play right there. Good throw there to Davante Adams. He's been targeted 3 times. That was his first reception. 11 yards on the night for Davante Adams. Here we go. Up to the 36-yard line. Motion in the backfield. There's the snap. There's the handoff. Josh Jacobs trying to find a hole. Doesn't gain much. Gains about a yard. That'll bring up a second down. And 9 for the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders now facing a second down. Josh Jacobs has been pretty good today. 13 rushing attempts. 51 yards on the ground. He does have 13 fantasy football points. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs has been having a good day too. But the fantasy leader for either side on the field right now is Sam Laporta with 15. He's got 7 targets, 6 receptions, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Anyways, let's get back to the Raiders who have the ball right now. There's a snap on 2nd and 9. Jimmy Garoppolo winds the pitch, and he throws that one up the middle. No flags. Davante Adams had the defense draped all over him. That easily could have been flagged. Probably should have been flagged, but no flag. 3rd down and 9. They're showing the replay right now. Is a one-on-one matchup right there. Yeah, that should have been a flag right there. Davante Adams had his route taken away from him. Someone shoulder checked him. Illegal contact for sure. Was not called. 3rd down and 9 coming up right here. 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders have the ball right here from the 5 seconds left. They're up to the 38. There's the snap. Jimmy G in trouble, and Jimmy G will go down. Garoppolo will get sacked way back at the 30-yard line, and the Detroit Lions defense, you can hear them roar. 4th down, and that is going to be it for the Las Vegas Raiders as they come off the field. The punt unit coming out for the Raiders, and they'll give this one back to the Detroit Lions. Chopped him down, man. Good job. On 3rd and 8, the Lions bring that house, and Jimmy is sacked. 3rd and 8, he gets sacked. There's the snap. Here's the punt. This goes the other way. The Detroit Lions will field this one from the 20. This will be returned. 25. Ooh, down just shy of the 30. There's a flag on the play almost immediately. Khalif Raymond brings that one back for about 7 yards. And there's an injured Raider on the ground right now. There's a flag. Let's find out what this one is. Hat came off, so that means someone stepped out of bounds. During the kick, unsportsmanlike conduct. Kicking team, 15-yard penalty on the kicking team, so the Las Vegas Raiders. So they have an injured player, and to add insult to injury, they've also got a 15-yard penalty going the other way. That will bring the Lions up to the 30-yard line. I'm sorry, that'll bring them up a big ways. And find out where they marked that one. But an injury timeout being taken right now. They're showing a movie about Napoleon Bonaparte right now on TV, and it looks like Joaquin Phoenix is playing. Napoleon. I like Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, he's really good. He's basically typecasted in a lot of stuff as being like the weirdo, the weird guy, the guy on the spectrum, or the guy with mental illness or something. I don't know. I kind of like that Joker movie. I thought the Joker movie was okay, but it was just so slow for me. It just didn't feel very DC, you know? I feel like DC is dark and like blood and guts and whatever. It didn't happen. Not in that movie. Anyways, okay. So I've had this graphic scrolling by on the bottom for long enough. Bringing this one up right here. We are a channel that runs basically off of nothing. We run off of good spirits and high energy. But if you're feeling happy and you're feeling generous, you can always leave a donation in the super chats. If you don't want to do that, you can do me a favor and just sit through one of the commercials if they pop up for you. And I do want to welcome a few people who have joined the channel here. A few people have actually become members. That's going to be Cecilia Morgan, Andrea, Frank Molina, and of course, our very first joiner of the channel was Joshua Fleury. Thank you so much for checking out Football Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in joining, you should catch me during a Dallas Cowboys football game, and I swear you guys will be fired up and hyped up. Doesn't matter who the Cowboys play. It is always fun to watch from this side. I get so fired up during those Cowboys games. I just cannot even. Anyways, right now we're in an injury timeout waiting to get back to this one. Jacob Johnson, another undrafted free agent, the second one who comes off the field for the Raiders. Special teams. And we're back to the action. Here we go. Back to the action. The Detroit Lions have the football. After that penalty, the Detroit Lions will start this one from the 44. There's a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, who goes around the left tackle, gains 10 yards, 12 yards, 15, 20, 23 yards gained right there on that run all the way down, just outside of the 30. And on the first down carry, Jahmyr Gibbs gets a huge first down run. Let's go. Jahmyr Gibbs with a huge first down run. That's 24 yards before getting brought down. That brings them to the 32-yard line across midfield. Detroit Lions on the 32, the Vegas Raiders 32. There's a snap on a single back formation. Another handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, who takes his time and finds the sideline there before getting brought down. A gain of 4, second down and 6 up to the 28-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs been doing pretty good right now, putting in the work, as I was saying before. Jahmyr Gibbs definitely doing his thing. Last week he had 20 touches, 126 scrimmage yards plus a touchdown. This week right now he's got 63 yards on the ground. He's also got 34 yards through the air, just shy of 100 yards. He needs to get a touchdown here. Here we go. Single back formation. Jahmyr Gibbs taking a break. There's the snap. And Jared Goff has time. Time runs out. He looks right. He throws right. He throws a pick. Is that going to the house? Did he step out of bounds? He's still going. He's going. The Raiders are taking this all the way back. A house call pick 6. Jared Goff throwing a pick 6 to the Las Vegas Raiders defense that stepped up and put up the points right there. That is like an 80-yard return. Oh my goodness. And this game is still happening, ladies and gentlemen. It is not over until it is over. He went all the way. Marcus Peters on that one. Let's see if he stepped out of bounds. I'm going to show this one more time. There's the catch. St. Brown was the target. He stayed in bounds. No official didn't blow it dead. He stayed, climbed the ladder all the way. A 75-yard pick 6. Wow. And here's the extra point attempt. There's the snap, there's the kick, and the extra point. Ooh, hooks. Barely goes through. But now we're back to a 2-point game. Marcus Peters is looking for the oxygen tank. Marcus Peters looking for the oxygen tank. Look at that, man. Wow. A pick 6 for Marcus Peters. Staying in bounds, 75 yards. Beautiful play right there. If you're a Las Vegas Raiders fan, that has to fire you up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, Las Vegas Raiders, with a big one right there. So that will put points on the board. So daily fantasy, if you who play DFS, take a look at the Las Vegas Raiders, because the Las Vegas Raiders defense just put up 6 points. Jimmy Garoppolo looking awful. Las Vegas Raiders defense stepping up right there, even though Jared Goff is looking pretty good. And Jared Goff will get the ball back after that pick 6. So he'll get even more yardage, but that's going to be an interception for Jared Goff. So Jared Goff today, 20 of 27, 225 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, only 13 fantasy points. Amon-Ra St. Brown, don't know why he's in the passing column. He had a chance to pass. He pump faked. That might be why they put him there. But yeah, it happened, guys. A pick 6 for the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh my gosh, that's got my gut split right here. Oh man, that is wild. That was wild. I wish you guys would have all been here for that. We missed a few of y'all in this while that happened. But wow, a 75-yard interception return, a house call made. Looking good. Okay, we've got a game, y'all. We've got a serious game right here. Only a 2-point difference. I'll say this one more time. It is only a 2-point difference. The Las Vegas Raiders, only 105 yards of offense. The Detroit Lions, 291. They have almost 3 times the yardage as the Las Vegas Raiders, yet they only have 2 more points. Yet they only have 2 more points. Okay. Here we go. Waiting for the kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. You're not missing anything right now. Waiting for the kickoff to go back to the Lions after the pick 6 and the extra point attempt. That did stop the clock, 11 minutes and 32 seconds. Jahmyr Gibbs laughing out on the sideline. That was a bad throw. A bad throw from Jared Goff. Jared Goff had the bad throw here. There's the kick back to the Detroit Lions. The Lions should just take the knee there, and they will start this drive from the 25-yard line. They started the last drive looking pretty good. That last drive, 1 pass, 2 rushes, and then the second pass that Goff tried to throw, it goes back to the house. So another interception for Jared Goff. It's honestly not that many this season for him. Throws an interception every 70 pass attempts. That is the lowest interception rating during his span here with the Detroit Lions. Here we go. Single back formation. There's a snap, fakes the handoff. He looks left. He throws left. Jared Goff connects with Sam Laporta, who gains about 5 yards before going out of bounds. Detroit Lions do still have a 2-point lead, ladies and gentlemen. Still have a 2-point lead. Here we go. 2nd down and 5 from the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 5 from the 30-yard line. Clock is ticking here. Clock is ticking. Dan Campbell not happy with the last offensive play. Shotgun formation. There's the snap. There's the handoff. Jahmyr Gibbs finds some space. Jahmyr Gibbs runs forward, gains the yardage. 1st down for the Detroit Lions. 1st down for Detroit. Here we go. Over 300 yards now for the Lions, only 100 for the Raiders. There's a snap with an empty backfield. Jared Goff with someone wrapping his leg up tries to throw to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Cannot connect with St. Brown. That'll fall safely to the turf. And a 2nd down will come up here for the Detroit Lions. 2nd down for the Lions. 2nd and 10 from the 38. 2nd and 10 from the 38. Nobody weird coming out on this play right here. No one weird coming out on these drives. Here we go. Shotgun formation, 2nd and 10. There's a snap. There's a handoff. This one goes forward. Gain of about, looks like Reynolds takes this one. Gains maybe 5. That'll bring up a 3rd down, ladies and gentlemen. Reynolds takes this one. 3rd down coming up right here. 3rd and 5 from the 43. 3rd and 5 from the 43. Happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Fix my tie. Get myself looking sharp for you guys. Can't be a skeleton that looks like all bones here, even though that's what skeletons are. 3rd and 5. Shotgun formation. There's a throw. Jared Goff does connect. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 1st down, Detroit Lions. Let's go. That is a good one. That is the first touchdown of the season for the defense there on a pick 6. Look at that. Okay, shotgun formation. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. No, he does hand that off. And that is to Jahmyr Gibbs, who goes forward and gains maybe 1 yard before being brought down. And a 2nd down and 9 coming up right here. 2nd and 9. 2nd down and 9. The Detroit Lions have gotten up to about the 42-yard line. So we're at the 42 across midfield. They are in Las Vegas Raiders territory. Detroit Lions have possession right now. They're highlighting Amon-Ra St. Brown, most receiving yards in Lions history through 40 games. Just passed up Calvin Johnson. There's the snap. There's the handoff. And Jahmyr Gibbs will not gain anything there. Play is blown dead. 2nd down. Evaporated. 3rd down coming up right here. 3rd down and 8 after the 1-yard run. Today, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 6 receptions, 108 yards. Averaging 18 yards per catch. That is solid. Solid, solid, solid. Good stuff right there. Amon-Ra St. Brown could get a touchdown for me and make my life a lot easier. I don't want to take another L, but Sam Laporta has done his thing. Here we go. Shotgun formation. 3rd and 8. We're at the 39-yard line. Sorry, the 41. At the 41, there's the snap. And a handoff once again. Reynolds goes forward and gains almost enough to get it. I think Dan Campbell might actually go for it if it's not a 1st down. Let's see what the officials say. They might have to bring out the chains on this one. Reynolds went down right at the line to gain. Let's see if his knees are down. He fell on top of someone else. That should be a 1st down. He's on the body of Malcolm Kuntz there. He was on top of Malcolm Kuntz. Let's see if they give it to him. It should be a 1st down. His knees did not touch the ground. He's on top. I don't know. I don't think the elbow went down either. I saw the forearm go down. Bringing out the chains. Here's the chain crew. It's good. That's good. That's a 1st down. 1st down, Detroit. This was literally centimeters. It was the nose, this much of the football, and it worked. It was good enough. Detroit Lions pick up the first down. Big first down run right there, and Dan Campbell almost showing a smile, almost smiling right there. Craig Reynolds tonight, the running back, second running back right here. Craig Reynolds, 5 rushing attempts, 34 yards, averaging 6.8 yards per carry. Here we go, 1st and 10. There's the snap from the 33, and Jared Goff throws underneath. Craig Reynolds makes the catch, a one-handed catch, uses the user truck stick, hits into someone right there, laying him out, picks up the first down. Craig Reynolds with a 12-yard reception this time. That will put them just outside of the red zone. The Detroit Lions are just outside of the red zone now. Marcus Peters came in to try to pick that one off again. Almost had a chance. Had to come back, but Marcus Peters got laid out by Craig Reynolds. Single back formation. There's a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, who does get around the edge. He gets up to the 10, the 5, the 3, and pushed out just before scoring a touchdown there. 1st and goal coming up for the Detroit Lions. Who needs David Montgomery? Who needs David Montgomery when you got Jahmyr Gibbs out there? He's seeing the speed differently. In the first couple of weeks, Jahmyr Gibbs did not look very impressive. He went down at about the 4, so a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. This is probably going to be a handoff right here. Could be Craig Reynolds since Jahmyr Gibbs is out on this play. They're looking like it's going to be a run formation. Single back. Motion in the backfield. There's a snap. There's a handoff. And that goes to Craig Reynolds. Craig Reynolds gets wrapped up immediately. A gain of nothing. A 2nd down and goal coming up. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line for the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions knocking on the Raiders' door right here. Knocking on the Raiders' door. Detroit Lions have crossed midfield, gotten all the way inside the red zone, and now they're on the 4-yard line of the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders backed up. Sam Laporta is actually lined up in the I, and then he'll step out of the I here. 2nd and goal. There's a handoff to Craig Reynolds on the left side. No gain. A gain of maybe 1. That brings up a 3rd down. A 3rd and goal from 3 yards out. And it might be time to find number 14. They're saying that this might be a fumble. See the Raiders signaling a fumble. Max Crosby is, let's see. Let's see what happens here. Wow, no way. Oh, no. A fumble right there. A fumble from Craig Reynolds. Let's see if it is. He got stuffed. Don't see any body parts touch the ground. It is so hard to see. It got popped out. Max Crosby popped that out himself and then caught it. He might have been down. I don't know. So the official ruling on the field is that it's a turnover, but there's so much chaos happening in that pile right there. They're gonna review this because it is a turnover. Every turnover does get reviewed. If it did count and it is a forced fumble, then the Detroit Lions will take over on their own 4-yard line. I'm sorry, the Las Vegas Raiders will take over on their own 4-yard line if Craig Reynolds actually did fumble that football. But the officials are going to take a second to review this, and it may not be the case, but let's see what happens. Unbelievable. Max Crosby got his hands in there and literally just ripped it out. Just plucked that out of his arms. Good effort by Max Crosby, and I did say I was going to call his name out a few times today. Anyways, I hope you guys are all very close to winning in your fantasy leagues. If anybody out there is 7-0, congratulations. About to be 8-0 this week. I don't know how you did it, but good for you. I've lost 1 game in one of my leagues so far this season, so I'll be up to 7-1. I'll be up to 7-1. In my other league, I lost Nick Chubb and I'm about to go down to 4-4. So after losing Nick Chubb, I'm still even, hanging in there. Hopefully, Jonathan Taylor can do something this season and go back to what he once was. But Zach Moss has been just so good for the Indianapolis Colts this season. Zach Moss has been on a tear, man. I got to give him credit where the credit is due. What I also need to do is get rid of this second quarter music and bump on over to the third. Here we go, y'all. Here's the spread. That's the spread right there, a 7-point favorite. The Detroit Lions were 7-point favorites. The officials are going to take their time calling this one. The ruling on the field is a fumble. Is there enough footage to overturn the call? Max Crosby is saying it went his way, but let's see. Here's the call. Wow. After review, the ruling on the field stands as called, and Max Crosby forced a fumble and recovered it himself. The knees are down. I don't know. I think Craig Reynolds was down. They're showing him be down with one knee. That is clearly a down right there. That might have been a missed call. Even with all the technology that they have, they might have messed that call up. False start right there on the offense on that 1st and 10 from the 4-yard line will back them up half for the distance to the goal. So that'll put them on the, 1.5-yard line? Here's another look. I don't know. But the lower leg was down. The lower leg was 100% down. How do they not call that? He was down. That's a bad call by the officials. And they used the technology. There's a snap and a handoff, and Josh Jacobs runs forward and gains about 7 yards on that. That'll bring up a 2nd down for the Las Vegas Raiders. 2nd down, Raiders. 2nd down and 6. That takes them up to the 7. Gives them a little bit of room right there getting off their own goal line. Don't want to give up a safety here. But here it is, y'all. There's a chance that the Las Vegas Raiders might come back to win this game. 5 minutes left in the third. The Raiders only trail by 2 points. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. A throw to Hunter Renfrow. Oh, my gosh, who gets whipped down to the ground immediately. Sutton there to make the stop. A 3rd down for the Raiders, and you can hear the bells toll. A 3rd down coming up for the Las Vegas Raiders. 3rd and 4 from the 9. 3rd and 4 from the 9. Great job by the defense. If Davante Adams would have just gone on a go route, he would have been gone. He would have blown past everyone. 3rd and 4. Shotgun formation. Jimmy Garoppolo takes the snap. He looks left. He throws to Adams. Adams bobbles the ball and cannot catch that one. That is just a drop for Davante Adams, and that does not happen regularly. Davante Adams does not normally drop the ball, and he dropped the ball this time. 5 targets for Davante Adams, only 1 catch for 11 yards in this game. Only 1 catch for 11 yards in this game. And Davante Adams, shoot, I don't think he ever thought he would be saying this, but Davante Adams misses Derek Carr for sure. Jimmy Garoppolo is just not good, and I've been saying this for years. Jimmy Garoppolo is good in Kyle Shanahan's offense. He is not good by himself. He was not good with the Patriots. He is not good now. Here's a punt. That gets returned just shy of the 50. Josh Reynolds gets up to about the 49. I can't believe they called that Craig Reynolds fumble. They called that to be a Craig Reynolds fumble because he was definitely down by contact. His knee was down, and they just, with all the technology they have, they couldn't piece that one together. That will be reviewed, and they're going to show that at some point, maybe on ESPN, maybe not. What a missed opportunity, though, for the Las Vegas Raiders, who just got the ball back after all of that work, after the work that Max Crosby did, and finally getting a lucky break. And Jimmy Garoppolo ruins it. Jimmy G ruined the moment, And the moment has now passed. The Las Vegas Raiders, a 3-and-out for them after getting the turnover there. And the Detroit Lions will take the ball back. The punt goes all the way to the 40-yard line. It was returned for a few, and that will be shy of the 50. So Detroit Lions at midfield on the 49-yard line, their own 49-yard line, so they have not crossed just yet. They have not crossed just yet. 3 quarters of play have gone. 4 minutes left to go in this third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 49. That last drive, 3 plays straight out. I don't know why they're not feeding Josh Jacobs more. Josh Jacobs has been doing pretty well on the ground. 14 carries, 56 yards. You keep putting the ball in his belly, he'll go for it. 363 total yards of offense for the Detroit Lions, and they only lead by 2 against the Las Vegas Raiders that have 112 yards of total offense. A pick 6 kept the Raiders alive, but their offense looks anemic. Jimmy Garoppolo only 44 yards through the air. He's only attempted 12 passes. Jimmy Garoppolo has only attempted 12 passes, and out of those 12 passes, he's only completed 5 of them, so less than 50% for Jimmy G. He looks abysmal right now. The score is 14 Raiders, 16 Lions. 4:02 left in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 4:02 left in this third quarter. And we're still at a commercial break. Don't know why it's taking so long. This one, yeah. They're showing that they're talking about how that was a wrong call right there by the officials, even with the technology that they have. There's a 1st and 10, a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, who goes forward, and he will gain about 5 yards, maybe 6. Trade deadline is in 17 hours, y'all. So the trade deadline, let's find out what happens here. So now they're talking about the trade deadline, and that brings up a good point. You've just lost your starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. What do you do to save this mess right here? A 2nd and 4, there's a throw. Jared Goff throws the ball. The intended receiver there was Josh Reynolds, an incomplete pass right there. But there is a flag on the play. It'll likely be a pass interference on the defense. I think the Detroit Lions are going to get lucky there. Yup, pass interference, defense, Detroit Lions. That'll bring up an automatic 1st down, and a 1st down for the Detroit Lions. An injured Lion on the field right now. Probably another injury timeout going to be taken here. What a game, guys. What a game. This is not what I was expecting to happen in this game so far. Let's check back in with you guys. Robert, let's see. V, oof, Raiders tough. Yup. Looks like we want the Raiders to win from V. Can you believe Goff got drafted number 1 overall over Aaron Rodgers? I sure can. I mean, Jared Goff is showing why. At least he hadn't torn his ACL. Just kidding. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback of the two, but Aaron Rodgers has also had the better team of the two and the better players of the two. Kind of hard to suck when you've got Devontae Adams and Jordy Nelson in your back pocket, Jimmy Graham, all these great players. But, I mean, Aaron Rodgers had a lot of help. Aaron Rodgers did not do it by himself. Jared Goff is trying to figure out his way with a man who's now proving himself in Amon-Ra St. Brown. He got to a Super Bowl with the Rams, but could not win in that game. So it's not like Jared Goff is a bum or anything, you know what I mean? Jared Goff has been able to put up points, and today he's got 256 yards through the air already, and we're not even through 3 quarters of play. So 3.5 minutes left to go here. 3.5 minutes left to go. Single back formation, 1st and 10. There's the snap and a handoff to Gibbs. Gibbs goes forward. Oh, he finds a hole, a big hole. He's going to take this one all the way to the house. Jahmyr Gibbs all the way in, 27 yards. Touchdown, Lions. The Detroit Lions, a 27-yard touchdown run. Jahmyr Gibbs threads the needle right there and breaks big out to the right-hand side. Let's go. Wow, Jahmyr Gibbs right there. A beautiful run by the rookie running back. That looks right there. That was a trap. They ran a trap right there, and somehow, some way, everyone got bunched up in the middle, and Jahmyr Gibbs got around the right tackle there, put it in, punched it in. There's the snap. There's the kick. The kick is up. The kick is good, and the Detroit Lions find themselves back up by 9. That makes it a 2-possession game. This is a career high for Jahmyr Gibbs. 23 touches, 149 scrimmage yards, plus a touchdown. So the rookie popping off right now. Let's go. Detroit Lions looking good right there. Let's check out this chat, see what's going on with you guys. Yup, that is going to be it. Sorry, Chico. Chuckle. Vasquez. Is that Chuckle? Sorry, Chuckle. Anyways, I'm chuckling over here right now. I'm excited. Detroit Lions put up some points. Jahmyr Gibbs jumps out into the stands, and you can see him getting real hype with his buddies right there. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mario Manuel. You are watching Football Nation. If you guys are new to this channel, I hope you like what you see. If you guys are new to this channel, I hope you like what you see. I do this week in and week out, and it is support from viewers like you that help keep this channel alive. So if you do like what you see, subscribe to my channel. If you have commitment issues and don't want to subscribe just yet, just give me that thumbs up, guys, and it really helps get this kind of broadcast out to people who are looking for this kind of stuff. So the kick will go back. The Raiders will not return this one. The touchback means that the Raiders will start this drive from the 25. Jahmyr Gibbs having himself a day today. Number 26 popping off. He's got 24 fantasy points in full PPR. Jahmyr Gibbs, 19 rushing attempts, 115 yards on the ground, plus that touchdown. And through the air, Jahmyr Gibbs has another 34 yards. He's caught every pass thrown his way. He's 4 of 4. 34 yards on that. Anyways, on to the other side. Here we go, Las Vegas Raiders, a single back formation. Josh Jacobs might try to answer back, but no. Jimmy Garoppolo has plenty of time in that pocket. A tough catch made right there in triple coverage, and Michael Mayer makes the catch. The rookie there makes the catch on the other side. Michael Mayer with a big catch right there, 19 yards. The top 2 receivers for the Las Vegas Raiders in this game is actually their 2 tight ends. Austin Hooper has 2 targets, 2 receptions for 19, and Myers has 19 yards as well. Josh Jacobs making people miss, but he has to cut back, lose some yardage, and he gets just shy of the 50. So Las Vegas Raiders down at the 49-yard line. That brings up a 2nd down and 5. Marcus Peters coming out after his 75-yard return over there, and he's going back to the locker room. That's right, the defensive player for the Raiders had a pick 6 earlier in this game. That is why the Raiders are still in this. A single back formation from the 49. There's the snap, fakes the handoff. Jimmy G in the pocket, throws, delivers. Oh my goodness, almost picked off Michael Mayer, the intended receiver there again. No catch, incomplete pass, 3rd down. You can hear the bell toll. 3rd down for the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, Michael Mayer just doesn't have the hands. His hands were too far apart. It went right through his hands, hit him in the face. Here we go, 3rd down and 5. The Las Vegas Raiders on their own 49-yard line. They need this one. It's a 2-possession game still. They need at least a field goal to keep themselves alive. Jacoby Myers moving in the backfield. There's the snap. Jimmy G looks right, looks left, in trouble, gets dropped behind the line of scrimmage, and a sack right there for the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions bag Jimmy G here, and that is another sack for them. That will bring up a 4th down. The Las Vegas Raiders have no offense right now. You can blame the offensive line. You can blame whoever you want to blame, but Jimmy Garoppolo just looks flat out bad today. He's only completed 6 of his 14 passes, under 50%, under 100 yards in this game. You cannot just blame the O-line. It's starting from the coaching, really. Josh McDaniels signaled a fair catch right there. This will be fielded at the 11. Fair caught at the 11, I should say. And the Detroit Lions, with a comfortable lead right now, a 2-possession lead, will get the ball to finish up the 3rd quarter. Detroit Lions have twice the possession that the Raiders do, or just shy, I should say, but that should be close to about twice the possession by the time we get done with this quarter. 28 minutes flat, actually. 28 minutes for the Detroit Lions. Only 15 and some change for the Raiders. 15:53, so almost 16 the other way. But the Detroit Lions now have possession after the punt. The Raiders had to punt this one back to the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions will start this drive to finish the 3rd quarter from the 11. 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And if they can score here, then they can just coast. Even if it's just 3 points, I think they might be able to coast. Single back formation, Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield. St. Brown motioning in the back. There's a snap. There's a handoff. Gibbs bouncing off of someone, staying on his feet, keeping the ball moving, and a 1st down right there for Jahmyr Gibbs. Another one. Jahmyr Gibbs, 126 yards on 20 carries. He's averaging way over 5 yards per carry right now. Wow, he's doing some work, man. 25 fantasy points and a whole quarter left to go. Jahmyr Gibbs, the featured back without David Montgomery there. Single back formation from the 22 this time. Motion in the backfield. There's a snap, another handoff to Gibbs, who gets forward and just keeps continuing to gain yards. So he gains 7 yards on that 1st down carry. Jahmyr Gibbs just expanding his yards per carry, his average right now. He's averaging 6.3 yards per rush tonight. 21 rushes, 133 yards and a touchdown. Here we go from the 29, 2nd and 3. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the 3rd. That is the end of the 3rd quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Marcus Peters running around back there. They could use him back. But right now, the interior, that run defense from the Raiders is getting exposed in such a way. Run defense being exposed in such a way right now. 2nd down. Coming up. 2nd down and 3. Detroit Lions having their way right now. Jahmyr Gibbs having his way right now with the Las Vegas Raiders. Wow, 133 yards, averaging over 6 yards per carry. Amon-Ra St. Brown also has good yardage, good points today. 108 yards, 9 targets, 6 receptions, 108 yards for St. Brown. Sam Laporta, 8 targets, 7 receptions, 49 yards and a touchdown for him as well. This Lions offense looks really good, guys. They are for sure going to win the NFC North. And when you look at the other games coming up for them, it's going to be pretty easy sledding for the rest of the season. For the Detroit Lions, let's talk about their schedule coming up. The Detroit Lions, after this week, they do have a bye week coming up right here. After the bye week, Los Angeles is on tap. Then a short week right there. Actually, that's a full 7 days after that. They will host Chicago. They will host Green Bay. And then they will travel to New Orleans. They might drop that game to Los Angeles. Maybe. Anyways, after that, we've got Chicago again, Denver, Minnesota, who just lost their quarterback as well as their top wide receiver. But by then, if Justin Jefferson is going to play this season, he should come back. They'll drop one to Dallas for sure. Dallas is going to win that game in Week 17, and then they got to play Minnesota one more time. The Minnesota Vikings literally have 17 hours to figure out their quarterback situation and whether or not they're going to make a trade for a quarterback. I bet they wish they would have picked up Will Levis. Would be a perfect opportunity for him right now. The next few games coming up here, ladies and gentlemen, for the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's talk about the Raiders in their next few games. The Las Vegas Raiders right now are playing Detroit at Detroit. Then they've got the Giants and then the Jets. Both of those games are winnable. Both of those games are winnable for the Raiders. Then there's Miami, and then there's Kansas City. They will lose both of those games. I would bet my left pinky toe on that. They'll lose both of those games. Then again, Kansas City did just drop a game to the Broncos. Here we go. There's a throw underneath. Sam Laporta makes the catch on 2nd and 3. That's good for a first down. Laporta trying to keep the feet moving. He cannot. He does get up to the 37 and a first down for the a first down for the Lions. First down for the Lions there. Okay. Lions rookies tonight. Jack Campbell has 3 tackles. Brian Branch has 5 tackles. He leads the team. Sam Laporta has 8 receptions and a touchdown. And, of course, Jahmyr Gibbs, the rookies today for the Lions, doing a lot of the heavy lifting. 422 yards for this Lions offense. Here we go from the 37. Another handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's just going to keep breaking tackles and breaking the soul and the heart and the spirit of the Raiders right now. They cannot stop this man, and if they do try to stop this man, Amon-Ra St. Brown will make them pay. Another carry for Jahmyr Gibbs, and that'll bring up a second down and about inches, honestly, not even a full yard here. They're up to the 45.5, 46. There's a throw this time to Jahmyr Gibbs, who will get the first down before getting tackled. He'll go down just shy of midfield at the 49. Jahmyr Gibbs taking a second, and Craig Reynolds coming in now. Chains moving. I got to take a look at this. How many carries is that now? How many touches does this dude have? 5 receptions, 5 targets, 37 yards, plus 142 yards. He's almost got 200 yards alone. Jahmyr Gibbs almost has 200 yards of scrimmage by himself right now, and we have most of the fourth quarter left to go. There's a snap and a single back and a handoff to Craig Reynolds. Craig Reynolds actually finding some yardage himself, gaining 4 yards on that play. 5 yards, excuse me. A second down and 5 coming up for the Detroit Lions as they cross midfield, and they're at the Las Vegas Raiders 46-yard line. Tough. They've got back-to-back New York games right there. They might win one of those. I think the Jets should be able to beat the Raiders there. The Giants, 2-6, maybe. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Anyways, second down and 5. We're at the 46. The clock is ticking. Single back formation. Craig Reynolds will hang out back there. There's a snap and a handoff. Craig will get it. Reynolds goes down. After crossing the 45, down at the 44, that'll bring up a third and about 3. So a third down and 3 coming up from the Las Vegas Raiders 44-yard line. And we've got an injured Raider on the ground holding his leg. Clock has stopped. Maybe an injury timeout coming up here. The Detroit Lions have 441 total yards of offense, 259 through the air, 182 on the ground. They have 4x'd the Raiders' total offense right now. The Raiders' offense, 127 total yards, 47 yards through the air, and 80 yards on the ground. They look so bad right now. The Detroit Lions are just smashing these guys, and it almost looks like I'm a Raiders fan with my Halloween costume on. But this is what the Raiders are right now. They're dead. The Raiders are dead in the water, and they're down right now by 9. That being said, it is only 9 points, so it is a 2-possession game, and we have 12 minutes left to go. The Detroit Lions cannot really take their foot off the gas because so long as Davante Adams and Josh Jacobs are on the field, there's a possibility that something could happen here. Big things happen when Davante Adams is out there. Anyways, yeah, the Raiders defense cannot keep up right now. They look gassed is what I'm reading. I'm reading a comment here saying that the Raiders defense looks gassed, and they sure do. So we are at a commercial break during a TV timeout. Let's check in with the chat. Looks like we've got some conversations going right now. V checking in right here saying, oof, yikes. Chuck still in here. Looks like Raymond checking in. What's going on, Ray? Who got the sack? Are you playing that one right there? Let's check it out. I'll tell you who got that sack. Special teams, defense. Let's look at this one here. That sack, one of them from Okwara, sorry, and Joseph had the other one. 2 sacks tonight. Is that right? No, Joseph had the pick. McNeil. 2 sacks tonight for the Detroit Lions. 1 for McNeil. The other one from Okwara. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see who else is checking in right here. Give Amon-Ra the ball, please, dude. I'm saying that over and over again. I need Amon-Ra to score like 30 points right now. And he has a 44-yard grab, but not a touchdown to go with it. He's got over 100 yards today. Over 100 yards today for Amon-Ra St. Brown, but they don't need to air the ball out right now. If the Raiders can get a stop defensively on 3rd and 3 here, which they will, they'll get it. They'll stop them. 3rd and 3, maybe Max Crosby can force another fumble. 3rd and 3, this should not be a first down. This should be a 4th and inches, but let's see where they mark them. Detroit Lions now have a 4th down. You know Dan Campbell is going to go for it. He believes in it. It should be a 4th and 1, a 4th and inches. Let's see where they mark it. They're still facing Dan Campbell right now. Clock is stopped. Chains are coming out right here. Oh, my goodness. Hurry it up, guys. Let's go. Thanks for the answer to my question, brother. You're welcome, Ray. I got you, bro. That is short, just like I mentioned. That is going to be short. So I'm guessing, Ray, that you've probably got some defensive players in your fantasy and you're playing one of those intense games. One of those intense leagues where you have to draft your defensive players as well. That is like the real fantasy pros right there. When you're watching both sides of the ball. But I hope that helps you out, man. So, and that's what I'm here to provide. I'm here to give you guys just the facts, man. Just the facts. I think I might have just pressed an extra button, so my fault. Here we go. Okay, now we're good. We are good. So 4th and 1. Let's get these chains back out onto the sideline and see what the Lions are going to dial up. They're for sure going to go for it since they're across midfield right now. You can see the way that the game has developed above my head. You can see the scoring structure behind me right there. I hope that helps as well. So here we go. 4th and inches. This should be a sneak right here. Motion in the backfield. There's the snap, and Goff will get it. He'll get smashed from his friends behind. There's a flag on here. Offsides on the defense. Offsides on the defense is what the official is signaling coming in right now. Let's hear the white hat say it. There it is. Offsides defense. And that will be accepted because that'll give them the extra yardage right there. First down for the Detroit Lions. Let's go. First down, Detroit. And they're moving the ball, ladies and gentlemen. They're moving the ball effectively, efficiently. Detroit Lions look good this season. I got to give them credit where it's due. The Detroit Lions are actually looking really good. 4th quarter action, ladies and gentlemen. We got a 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. A single back formation. Jahmyr Gibbs having a day, and he will not get the ball here. Jared Goff has to wind up and throw. He'll throw that one away. That'll bring up a 2nd down. 2nd and 10. The Raiders brought the house there. So the best records in the NFL right now. The Eagles are 7-1. The Seahawks are 5-2. The Lions are 5-2, and my Dallas Cowboys are 5-2. The 49ers are 5-3. Interesting, right? Those are the best records in the NFC right now. We got an NFC game right here with the Lions. There's a snap. There's the handoff right there. Jahmyr Gibbs will take it this time. He will not gain the yardage. He'll only gain 2. That brings up a 3rd down. A third down for the Lions. They might be at the fringe of field goal right there. A 3rd and 8. And if they let their foot off the gas now, the Raiders have all 3 timeouts. They have not had much success offensively. But someone mentioned earlier that this is where the Raiders like to turn up, is late in the 4th quarter, and it could happen here, keeping you on your toes. Shotgun formation. Can they convert? Shotgun formation from the 34-yard line. There's the snap. Jared Goff. There comes the blitz. There's a throw. It's behind Khalif Raymond. And that will be an incomplete pass. A 4th down coming up. 4th and 8. And maybe the field goal unit will come out here. It's going to be a long field goal. That is a pass and a play that Jared Goff will wish he had back when he watches that tape. He knows he threw that one behind his intended receiver. He should have led him by a mile. A 52-yarder. Here we go. A 52-yard field goal from here. Riley Patterson is only 40%. He's only made 2 of 5 in his career. Here's the snap from the left hash. The kick is up. It looks like it got tipped. Oh, my goodness. And it still goes through. It looked like that one got tipped at the line, and he put enough mustard behind it to put it through the uprights, and that will bring the lead up to 12. So it's still a 2-possession game. There's the kick. It did get tipped. It did get tipped by the defense, but it wasn't enough to break. I mean, good kick. Good job. Detroit Lions getting 3 more points right there. You could see that he was pretty nervous to make that kick too, but he did a great job. Good job right there from Riley Patterson. Capped off that drive, which was 4 passes, 7 rushes, only 49 yards, 6 minutes of possession milked off the clock right there. The Detroit Lions, 34 minutes of possession. The Las Vegas Raiders only 15 and some change. Big difference as far as who has been controlling the game, and the scoreline shows that one as well. So, something else I wanted to bring up for you guys since we're here, this is the last gasp effort right now of the Arizona Diamondbacks. It is the bottom of the 9th. It is the bottom of the 9th in that game, ladies and gentlemen. And the Texas Rangers are up 3-1 in Major League Baseball World Series. So we won't loom on that. We won't hang out too long on that, but I just wanted to bring that up to you guys because we're here for sports. Yay, sports. All right. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Still at a commercial break. Hey, guys, if y'all are just checking me out for the first time, drop me a thumbs up, man. Give me some love. I'd really appreciate it. It goes a long, long way. I don't ask for much. I just want you guys to give me that quick little button. The one that looks like this, I see. Hit that one. Hit it. Double thumbs up. Share this with your friends. Share it with your mama. Sorry, I'll shut up. I'm getting out of control here. Okay. I have what smells like the best chili in the world waiting for me downstairs, and I cannot wait to put that chili in my belly. It is chilly outside, and we've got some chili. We've got some chili coming up here. Oh, man. Chili is always good for football season. Unfortunately, I can't eat chili and watch football these days anymore because I'm doing the live stream commentaries. But this pays off in other ways. So here we go. We are inside of 10 minutes. 10 minutes of regulation remaining in this game. And once this one goes back, the Raiders will have to try to do something. Oh, my goodness. It's going to have to be returned down at the 1-yard line. Oh, man. Wow. A muffed kick right there. Oh, wow. Special teams coach is pissed. Uh-oh. We've got an injured Lion now on the ground. Dorsey down. So a missed kick right there. Okay. The kick went back after the 3-point score. The kick went back, and it bounced off of the turf at about the 10-yard line. The ball is wobbling around. the punt returner there reaches down to try to get control of the ball. It hits his hands, rolls back at that point. So now, because he touched it, they have possession. Khalil Dorsey is down, and they're doing an on-field ACL test, which, in case you don't know what that means, it's the knee. You can kind of bend it this way. He's up under his own. Well, he's up right now, but he's going to get help to get out to the sideline. He's all right. He's all right. It's not an ACL thing, at least I don't think, but could be something. MCL sprain, maybe. Who knows? ACL sprain, maybe not a tear. Maybe it's just a bruised meniscus. Who knows? There was minor contact on there, and I think his knee did collide, but he looks okay. Anyways, after all of that nonsense, as if it wasn't already hard enough for the Raiders to put up points, now they have a 98-yard drive to go in order to find pay dirt, and Jimmy Garoppolo is backed up inside of the colored paint there in the end zone. Waiting for the snap. They're showing a blitz. The Lions showing a blitz right here, and they will bring the house. Jimmy G got to get rid of it to save his life, and he throws that out of bounds. If he would have just kept that pass in bounds, Davante Adams would have taken that all the way to the crib. That would have been a 98-yard touchdown run. Jimmy Garoppolo throwing it out of bounds, though. It was the pressure. Davante Adams won. They blitzed 7, and all he had to do was keep that play in bounds. Jimmy Garoppolo, yikes. If he would have just put that and kept that pass in bounds, that could have been a touchdown. 2nd and 10 coming up right here. There it is, shotgun formation. Jimmy Garoppolo gets hit late right there. He gets hit in the ankles. There's a flag. Jimmy G might be down. He gets up. Roughing the passer for sure. Defense, yeah, late hit. Ball was out. Good flag right there. I agree with that one. Jack Campbell causing the foul. And that's going to be an automatic first down for the Las Vegas Raiders, and that should be a 15-yard penalty. Brings them up to the 17. Jimmy Garoppolo winding up and throwing. He did take the hit on the shin. He reaches down immediately for his ankle. Oh, that's in the knee. That's the knee shin area, and that could have been bad. I mean, not only, but he's up. He's up. So Jimmy Garoppolo, okay, he's going to feel that one tomorrow. I guarantee you that. There we go at the shotgun formation. Jimmy has more time. He's backed up. He steps through the pocket, winds up, throws a medium pass with touch, and the first catch right there for Jakobi Meyers. Jakobi Meyers making his first catch, finally getting into the catch column. I mean, he's had such a good season, and that's Jakobi Meyers' first catch right there, 19 yards. That's a good catch, easy catch. Officials blowing the whistle. What are you stopping the clock for now? Let's go. Let's keep this one rolling. Is there someone down? Is there someone hurt? And now we've got another hurt player. Another injury on the field. We've got more injuries than touchdowns for sure in this one. Everybody right now for the Raiders is just getting their asses handed to them. They're all getting blown up right now. The backup quarterback, should something happen, would be O'Connell. I think Hoyer's in that list too. But Jimmy Garoppolo staying out on the field for now. It is a 12-point game. This game is not over. Clearly, this game is not over, ladies and gentlemen. Monday Night Football, the game started off a little slow. You can see that in this box score above my head. The game, first quarter, only 3 points. The second quarter did manage to put up 20 points. After that, we had another 14 points. And this game, the over-under being 46. Right now, we've got 40, so a touchdown would put you over. Here we go, shotgun formation. Jimmy Garoppolo staying out there, 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Need to get to the 41. Only team to score 21 points or fewer in every single game, the Las Vegas Raiders. This season. I'll say that one more time. The Las Vegas Raiders are the only team in the NFL right now to score 21 points or fewer in every single game this year. No wonder they've got a losing record, 3-4. But it's not over. They might go up to 5,500 here. Jimmy Garoppolo calling an audible at the line. Play clock down to 15. There's the snap out of the shotgun. And immediately he gets wrapped up and dropped. Aiden Hutchinson, finally, I get to say the name there. Aiden Hutchinson getting right there, getting in. And that is actually not even Hutchinson. Who was that who brought him down? Anzalone. My fault, ladies and gentlemen. That is not Aiden Hutchinson. That is Anzalone. Is it Anzalone or Anzalone? It could be Italian. Anzalone. Anyways, that's the third sack now for the Detroit Lions. And the Lions will bring 4 on this one. 2nd and 17. Jimmy G in trouble. He gets sacked again. Another sack this time. That's 4 sacks for the Detroit Lions. McNeil with his second bag of the day. McNeil with the second bag of the day. The Detroit Lions getting in there, and now it's a 3rd and forever. 3rd down and 28 coming up. A 4-man rush, and the 5 front of the Raiders could not hold out the 4-man rush. And here we go. Shotgun formation. There's the snap and a quick throw underneath. A screenplay that might actually break for quite a bit. He stays on his feet, gets up to the 36. But now we've got a 4th down coming up, a 4th and 10. Hunter Renfrow made the catch there. And a 4th and 10 coming up. They got to go for it because they're not going to hold back the Detroit Lions. At least not, it's not likely. So Josh McDaniels' offense has to go for it on 4th down, 4th and 10. If they don't convert this one, that's probably all she wrote. But let's see what happens. 4th and 10, shotgun formation. There's the snap. Jimmy Garoppolo winds up. He feels the pressure from behind. He'll get sacked again. And this time, Anzalone one more time, dropping him. Another bag right there for the Detroit Lions, and the Lions are feasting now. This drive resulted in 3 sacks for the quarterback. Just absolutely smashing them, and that was a 4th down, which puts them on the 28-yard line. So the Detroit Lions are in great position to score once again. Wow. Davante Adams again had everyone beat. How many times did Davante Adams tear through the defense? Sacked, bag, Anzalone. Bringing up the house. Here we go. So Craig Reynolds is now back there. There's the snap and a handoff in a single back formation. Craig Reynolds finds some space. Craig Reynolds stays on his feet, and he takes that one inside the red zone. A 1st down on his carry right there. That's good for 11 yards. All the way down to the Las Vegas Raiders 17-yard line. And the clock will continue to run. 10 carries for Craig Reynolds, 53 yards. He is absolutely killing it. So is Jahmyr Gibbs. The Lions looking great right now. Look at all those Anzalone wigs. That's pretty funny. Here we go. All right, 1st and 10. Single back formation. Jared Goff lined up under center. This will likely be another handoff. There's the snap, and there's the handoff. This time he goes out the left side, and he throws up a stiff arm, and he goes all the way inside the 5 as he's brought down at the 4-yard line. Craig Reynolds with the catch, and here we go. 1st and goal from the 4. First and goal from the 4-yard line. Reminder, Craig Reynolds did cough up the ball to Max Crosby. He did cough up the ball to Max Crosby, and that was at the 3-yard line, so maybe he can redeem himself and actually punch that one in this time. The Lions are close to 500 total yards of offense. Here comes a single back formation from the 4-yard line. Craig Reynolds will take the carry. He goes out to the left. He finds his way in, and that's a touchdown, Lions! There is a flag on the play, but it looks like it might be coming back. And it sure is a holding on the offense. Replay first down. Dan Skipper being called for the hold there. A flag. Let's watch this one. This is the left guard right there. Yeah, a bit of a takedown, but what are you going to do? He already had his hands on him. That's fine. That's cool. Detroit Lions don't really need this touchdown. That's just adding insult to injury right there. Looking good right here, though. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Thursday Night Football coming up in just a few days. Be sure to check out this channel. Jahmyr Gibbs is back out on the field, y'all. Jahmyr Gibbs is back out on the field. Just shy of 200 yards for the day. There's a snap and a handoff to Gibbs, who goes forward, gains about 2 yards on that. Gains 2 yards there. Can Jahmyr Gibbs cross that 200-yard mark? Right now, 149 on the ground and 37 yards through the air for Jahmyr Gibbs. You do the math, because math is hard right now. That's 80. That would be 86 yards. 186 yards right now. All-purpose yards for Jahmyr Gibbs. 186 plus a touchdown. 28 fantasy points. Imagine if he had a pair of touchdowns. The Lions tonight are over 200 yards rushing. I'll say this one time. Total yards of offense for the Detroit Lions, 472. Total yards of offense for the Las Vegas Raiders, 138. It has been a bad night. Jimmy Garoppolo is still under 100 yards. Only 99 yards for Jimmy G today. All right. Here we go. Second down and goal. Out from the 11. There's the snap. Jahmyr Gibbs takes the carry. He finds a little bit of space, gets that inside the 10, but he's going to be met. He's going to, people yelling, people screaming, people pushing each other. Why has the clock stopped? That was a run and a carry. Oh, it looks like a timeout has been taken by the Las Vegas Raiders. They're begging and hoping for a chance right now. If they can stop. Look, guys, it's a 12-point game. If they can stop the Lions and hold them to a field goal, it's still a 2-possession game. It really is. That's the second timeout taken for the Las Vegas Raiders. If the Lions score a touchdown, that is it. If the Lions kick a field goal, there's a very slim chance, but there is still a chance that the Raiders might be able to win. Anyways, 3 points, 13 points, 7 points, and 3 more points for the Lions across 4 quarters. They're up 26-14. The Raiders scored touchdowns in the second and the third quarter. There's a snap, fakes the handoff. Jared Goff wheels another pass out to Sam Laporta. Nobody near him, but he drops that one. Could have been a touchdown. Then here comes, not only that, but they stopped the clock with that one, so they give the Raiders a little bit more time. Gives them a little bit more time, and here comes a field goal attempt. If they make this one, that would put them at a 15-point lead. A 15-point lead would make – it's not over, guys. A 15-point lead, it means that there's still a chance. So, 2-possession game. Here comes a 26-yard field goal attempt. There's a snap. There's the kick, and he misses! And he missed! It's a 12-point game! A 12-point game, and it doesn't matter. That still means 2 touchdowns have to happen. But with 5 minutes left to go, that's the first missed kick today from Riley Patterson. That was from the left hash. He overcorrected, pushed it just wide right of the uprights. And a missed field goal right there. A missed field goal right there. Oh, man. Dan Campbell not happy. Well, what are you going to do, man? You called up the play. That's your fault. So, this game's not over. Patterson missed a 26-yarder. Game is not over. Patterson missed a 26-yarder. 5 minutes left to go, though. So, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas Raiders are going to take over after that missed field goal at the 20. Can Jimmy Garoppolo do some magic here? They need points, and they need them fast. 1 timeout left for them. They're going to have to recover an onside kick, too. So motion in the backfield from Hunter Renfrow. There's the snap, fakes the handoff. No block given his way. There's a throw, a weird throw, and a catch. Josh Jacobs makes the catch. He fumbles the football. Jacoby Myers picks up the fumble and goes down on top of it. Wow. Okay. That was a throw and a catch. And he totally dropped that football right there. Doesn't matter. There's the snap. And there it is. Another throw right there from Jimmy G to Josh Jacobs. Okay, so on 1st down, after that insane 1st down play, let's rewind for a second. Since the clock stopped, they're going to talk about this. So that first play that happened on the drive from the 20 was a throw to number 8. Josh Jacobs made the catch, got up 10 yards, fumbled the football, and Jacoby Myers, who was also running his own route, was able to pick up the football 1st down. The last play that we just watched was a throw out to the flat, trying to find Josh Jacobs out there. Josh Jacobs dropped the pass, so incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. And that's a big shot on 2nd and 10 finally, and this time he overthrows Davante Adams. This time he overthrows Davante Adams. And I think Davante Adams was just finally thinking, well, the ball's never going to come my way. And that's going to be an incomplete pass there as well. So now the Raiders are in even deeper trouble. Finally, a good route, a good throw. Overthrown, though. Not enough height, not enough air underneath it. And Jimmy can't believe that that's what happened here. So here we go. 3rd down and 10. They just need to move the chains. There's the snap. Jimmy looks left, looks right, goes through his options. He gets wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. And another bag for the Detroit Lions. A 4th down coming up right there. Walker the 3rd, making the bag. And you can see the few Raiders fans who were there in Detroit. And they better take off their costume and makeup quickly, because they just got slaughtered in this game. Another bag for the Detroit Lions. I'm sad for the Raiders, says Christina. Shotgun formation, 4th down and 10. Play clock down to 3, 2, 1. Jimmy takes the snap. He winds up. He throws short, though, and this time that pass goes to the 45-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. That is going to be a turnover on downs. Amir Abdullah with the catch. That is probably going to be it. 3.5 minutes left to go, ladies and gentlemen. 3.5 minutes left to go in this game. Davante Adams is livid on the sideline right now, slamming his helmet onto the ground. And just a waste for his Hall of Fame career so far for Davante Adams to be in Las Vegas when he had good things happening for him when he was in Green Bay, and he's no longer there. Aaron Rodgers is no longer there. 475 total yards of offense for the Detroit Lions, only 163 for the Raiders. There's a snap and a handoff on 1st down. Craig Reynolds carries the football, gains it about 2 yards on that one. The Raiders will take their final timeout. Right now they trail by that looks like my math is off, 12 because of the missed field goal. They trail by 12. And what's crazy is that this game is still not over. This game is still not over. If the Detroit Lions don't score, there's still a chance, which is absolutely insane. Because it should be over. It should be done. There's clearly a better team in this situation. But field goal isn't going to really get you much. So here we go. There's the snap. There's the handoff. Craig Reynolds takes it again. He gets inside the 40. A good carry right there on 2nd down. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3. 3rd down and 3 after the 7-yard carry. Another carry for Craig Reynolds. And, Craig Reynolds today, 13 rushes, 73 yards. He's averaging 5.6 yards per carry. They should just continue to be more handoffs. They should take it to the 2-minute warning. If they can convert a 1st down, they'll get into the victory formation, and that will be it. That will be it. On 3rd down and 3, there's a snap and a handoff right there. That gains a few yards. It gains 1 yard. That'll bring up a 4th down. And let's see. What do we got coming up right here? Week 9 coming up Thursday. This Thursday, November 2nd, ladies and gentlemen. The next game that we will be covering here on Football Nation. I will be covering the next game here on Football Nation, Thursday Night Football. The Tennessee Titans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. We've got some pretty good matchups on Week 9 coming up, y'all. The Miami Dolphins get to play the Kansas City Chiefs next week. Next week, the Dolphins play the Chiefs. That is going to be a game to watch. Couple of really good ones. These are the 3 that I know for sure we're going to have to cover. So, Thursday Night Football. We've got 2 back-to-back games. This week is going to be fire for this channel, guys. Back-to-back games right here. We've got the Tennessee Titans at Pittsburgh for the Thursday night game. And then we will do Sunday afternoon and Sunday night football. We've got the Dallas Cowboys facing the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. That's going to be the 3:25 game. I will be covering that game here on this channel. And then the last game of that day of the Sunday matchup, the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. So that's going to be a really good game as well. Then Monday night, we've got the Los Angeles Chargers versus the New York Giants. I'm sorry, the New York Jets. Chargers should win that one. In case you are curious, I will be covering those games, but I will also have the actual channel that you can find the games on. Dallas at Philadelphia will be on Fox. Buffalo at Bengals will be on NBC if you have access to those channels. If not, you can come find me. I will be here covering those games, but our next game after this, Tennessee Titans, Pittsburgh Steelers, Thursday Night Football. Coming at you from Football Nation. My name is Mario Manuel, ladies and gentlemen, and if this is your first time checking out the channel, throw me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, show me some love. Thank y'all for being here, and if you need more convincing, just catch me next Sunday. I'll show you what this channel is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow is Halloween. Everybody, please be safe out there. Halloween night can be pretty wild. If you drink, try not to drive if you can. You know what they say, you never drink and drive. You drink first, then drive. Just kidding. Don't do that either. Drink responsibly. Have some fun this week. Tomorrow is the day to go out and get as many candies and cavities as possible. Here we go, 4th down coming up right here. There's the snap on 4th and 2. Jared Goff throws that ball this time, and that is a catch made by the tight end right there. Not Sam Laporta this time, the other guy. And now that is going to be victory formation. So, that is time to kneel the football. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be your final score for this game. The Detroit Lions gonna walk off the field at home 26-14 over the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders will not get a chance to get the ball back. Here we go in victory formation as Jared Goff gets ready to kneel this one. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. There is the kneel down. Thank you guys so much for joining this channel. Seriously, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. You guys are awesome. You guys make this so much fun for me. Thanks for checking into the chat. Thanks for hanging out with me. 1 minute left to go. We go all the way to the final whistle. Don't expect me to bail out now, guys. We go all the way down to the final whistle. So again, Tennessee at Pittsburgh happening this week. Thursday Night Football. That one you can catch on Amazon Prime if you've got it. If you do not, Dallas Cowboys. If not, you can catch it here. Always you can catch the games here for primetime. Unless the Cowboys are playing at noon, in which case I'll have to mix that up. So, that is the final snap of the night, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be your final score. The clock is ticking down. But it has been an absolute pleasure to cover this Monday Night Football game. You guys are fantastic, phenomenal. Thank you guys for watching. That is it. That is all she wrote. I hope you all won your fantasy lineups. I hope you all won your fantasy games right here. This is going to be your final. Hasn't popped up just above my head in just a second. There it is. It is the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. I can't hang out with you guys as much as I'd love to answer questions and talk with y'all because I do have to work tomorrow morning. But thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you guys this weekend. Thanks so much. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.